coming. We have been anxiously anticipating the announcement behind what creative team would take over Daredevil, because there is no way that Marvel is going to keep Daredevil on the shelf now that we've lost the Saladin Ahmed run.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way. And so now we finally know the new creative team, and we know that this new era of Daredevil will kick off with blind bags.
Oh, well, that's apropos.
Wow, that's ableist.
No, apropos.
Oh.
Now, I feel like one of us, it wasn't me, one of you said that you thought that Daredevil could relaunch with blind bags. And I thought that was funny at the time. I cannot believe it's actually happening.
It was definitely one of us. One of us would make a stupid joke like that.
It's incredible. We're going to talk a lot about Daredevil's relaunch and the creative team and our thoughts on what this means, what the blind bag aspect of this is. The reason why this is the main topic today is because of how much we've wondered what would happen with Daredevil, and we finally know. And this also has me wondering, has Marvel already jumped the shark with blind bags?
Okay. Okay. Oof, right off the bat.
Entertain me with the 5 gifted memberships to kick the show off today. Thank you so much. Entertain me. Who are those winners?
Let's see. We got Jenna, Raphael Druniok, Thomas Lira, TJ, and William Stevenson. Congrats.
Watch out.
Love
TJ
it.
is part of the Nova Syndicate. I don't know what the fuck that means, but it sounds scary.
Watch out.
Good for you guys. Good for you. Love to see it. That's a great way to kick the show off this morning. Thank you so much. Entertain me. That's a reminder that channel memberships are open, super chats are open. I am setting up the GOAT game goal.
Do we have any more free? We don't. Okay.
We definitely don't.
I was
Can you
wondering.
beat us to it?
Yeah.
Why won't this work? Why can I not set the goal? That's so weird.
Oh, yeah. Mine's like not toggling.
Yeah, that's very strange, YouTube.
Let me refresh.
YouTube likes to YouTube all the time.
It'd be
won't work for
YouTubing.
me even now. That's crazy. I can't believe YouTube is fucking us.
We might have to do this the old-fashioned way.
I'll just hold my hands up like this.
Yep.
10,
Keep them
9.
up the entire time.
Yeah.
Wow, YouTube. You suck. I mean, we love YouTube, but
Yeah, you could say that.
Atomic Count says, I almost thought Sean was going to say the new era of Daredevil is doomed, but that would be a thinking shitical take. Well, I definitely don't think
Shitical.
that. I don't think that at all, actually. You know, we had a member of our community who was very angry about this announcement in our Discord. Every now and then, you know, the Twitter takes and the social media bullshit seeps into our Discord server, very rarely. But the kind of vitriol that could exist toward this creative team of all creative teams is pretty shocking to me. So let's jump into it.
Yeah.
You guys are here. We're live. It's beautiful. Saturday morning. Thank you for being here. Whether you're live or in the future, smash the like button
Smash.
if you enjoy what we do. We are trying to get to 6,000 subscribers
So
before
close.
the end of, I really would love to see it happen before the end of this month. But before the end of the year, certainly. So help us get across that hump. If you haven't subscribed, do so. If you enjoy this podcast, if you enjoy these live streams, let your friends who read comics know that we're the place to be on a Saturday morning, on a Thursday night. And, you know, we can keep this party rolling and keep it growing. So, we've got the new Daredevil creative team. Stephanie Phillips announced on her TikTok that she and Lee Garbett are coming to Daredevil February 2026. So we don't have too long to wait. The cover A shows, I would imagine, a host of characters we can expect to see throughout this run. So it's got Bullseye, it's got Echo, it's got Elektra, it's got Kingpin, and interestingly, it's got Mysterio on it.
Word. What is that?
What has he
That's
been? He hasn't been around in a while, right? In terms of like mainline Mysterio.
I can't recall the last time I saw Mysterio. It's been a little while.
Oh,
couldn't pin a point on him.
Yeah, and there's not really to my awareness a relationship between Daredevil and Mysterio. I can't think of a time I've seen them interact. I like it though.
yeah, no, that works.
It's funny because it sounds like it doesn't, right? Like Mysterio's powers work around your senses
Yeah, yeah.
and your vision, but Daredevil doesn't have that weakness.
You ever go to a Disney park and they can feed in all those different scents, the smellitzers is what they call them. That's the cheap end of the stuff. The hard stuff is the visual stuff. So this might be a cheap get for Mysterio to put one over on him.
But I think to that point, right, the illusory nature of all of that, like it's lost on him. So probably like an interesting challenge
Exactly.
for Mysterio. Like
Right.
how do I fool this guy when he can't see 3 feet in front of him?
I guess so, yeah.
And a very interesting challenge for Stephanie Phillips
Yeah.
to come up with how does Mysterio threaten Daredevil. I love that kind of stuff. Like I love when villains who traditionally are associated with one character switch over and deal with another hero, and now we have to see how those power sets interact and personalities. So to me that's one of the biggest things that makes comics fun, as we get things like that. So right off the bat, just the cover showed me something that I'm excited about. But what about the creative team? How do you guys feel about Stephanie Phillips and Lee Garbett being the team behind Daredevil here?
Man, Stephanie's getting that. She's moving up the ranks. I think for me, that was the thing that excited me the most about this was, oh, cool. Like I feel like many people are attached to the character, and so anytime the creative team joins, it's like there's excitement to see that take. For me, it was, oh, this person is now having their take on this character. That is exciting to me. I love Stephanie Phillips. I have for the uh, since she's been doing some of her indie stuff, and so seeing her grow to this point has been amazing. Lee Garbett, I feel like I have seen less art from. I'm aware of him and his work, but for me, this is a step up for her. I think there's trust, and I think she is able to handle those kinds of books. So yeah, this was hype.
Yeah, this is the book she was teasing, right? Back
Has to be.
when
Yeah.
she left Phoenix, um, she talked about how she had an opportunity that came up at Marvel specifically that was so big for her that she could not pass it up, which led to her
Yep.
having to leave Phoenix early. Um, yeah, Daredevil's that book. Like that's the book writers want at Marvel. I feel they want to put their stamp on that, and she's the first female writer on Daredevil since Ann Nesenti, I believe, which would have been the '90s.
Wow.
Sounds right. Sounds right.
Which, like, hell yeah,
Uh
Right.
I mean, I just think Stephanie Phillips is talented.
yeah.
So I'm happy to see a talented writer on the book. The last Daredevil run was just, I mean, I dropped it, I think probably 2 issues in, something like that. I just knew it wasn't it for me. Um, I like Stephanie Phillips' work a lot. Um, I can't say she doesn't feel like a good fit for Daredevil because I just don't know. Um, I loved Grimm. I thought Grimm was excellent. Grimm doesn't Grimm doesn't make me go, "Oh yeah, she can definitely tackle Daredevil." I've never seen Stephanie Phillips really write crime or like street level stuff. So this will be a turn for her, for me. But I do believe she has the chops.
Yeah, 100%. There's talent involved. I think Grimm, for me, it was uh Grimm was the thing that put her on the map in the indie space. I think that's always a good kind of marker for success. Um, the the like noir kind of crime aspect Butcher of Paris. For anybody who hasn't read that, it's about a serial killer. So there's like that level of
Oh,
crime involved. Uh, she did really good stuff there. Amanda Mungy, which actually is a pirate tale, so that's just fun, like
ooh.
adventuring. But she has a lot of stuff in her earlier work that I think fits all of this. She was dabbling in different flavors, and so now that she's kind of honed the craft and has been honing it on the indie space with Grimm, plus some of the stuff that she's done at Marvel, this is the perfect mix for me. I'm very excited for this.
Awesome. Wow. Okay. I didn't know you were such a big fan of Stephanie Phillips.
Yeah, dude, I've been following her since like 2019, like
Oh,
all of her indie stuff.
cool. That's good to know. Entertain me with the $5. That's a reminder that super chats are open, and we will count super chats that we get toward the GOAT game, even though the goal is not active because YouTube hates us today. So we will. This does count. Entertain me with the $5. My deal breaker is Stephanie Phillips doesn't split up Daredevil and Elektra. If she does, then I will boycott this comic. Hmm.
I don't think you could ever split those two up. Not even just from like can you do it? Like those two are inseparable. Even when they're not together, they're just one bone away from being together again. I think the question is if she takes the Daredevil away from Elektra, or even tackles that part of it. Should be interesting.
Well, I don't know. I think there's validity to what Entertain Me is saying. He wants to see that relationship continue in the book.
Sure.
So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get it. I get it. Um, Cole says the creative team for New Daredevil respectfully does nothing for me. They don't excite me or make me angry. So this will probably be a pass unless word of mouth is good. Okay, so that's an interesting thought. And for me, right, like a launch like this, I could never not get the first issue.
Yeah.
Like that's just how I am. I'm just wired like that. I have to see this.
And then decide the path forward for
Yeah,
sure.
exactly.
Yeah.
I need to
Yeah.
see what the contract is that they're offering me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I need to know if I want to sign that. Now, I'll admit, I didn't just dislike Phoenix. I really strongly disliked Phoenix. I don't think that was a good representation of Jean. It's not the kind of story that I want for that character. Um, and for me, it felt like corporate comics. It didn't feel like it had a soul. So I need to see if Stephanie Phillips Daredevil will have soul. I need her to have something to say. I'm past the point where I really care that much about like run of the mill superhero stories. So
Mm.
she's got to have something to say.
And I, on the other hand, have actually liked her Phoenix stuff. Um, not so much on the what is it? Is she writing binary as well? I believe so.
Yeah.
That's not really my bag, but that's because Age of Revelation. But I've liked her Phoenix stuff. So this is one more check mark for me in terms of excitement.
Mm.
It entertained me. I don't think Spider-Gwen was the big book that she left Phoenix for. Because that book came out very quickly after that announcement was made, and she's a writer. She can do more than one book at a time, you know?
And she also
Right.
wrote the previous volume of Spider-Gwen, so it was just a continuation of what she was writing, just
Right.
marvelized with a new number one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Tyler's 100% right. Um Phoenix had some good covers though, says Brandon Metro. It's very difficult to have Jean Grey on a cover and have it not be a good cover. So,
I believe Phoenix was getting those Yasmin Putri covers though.
Oh,
oh,
she's
right, yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kyle says she wrote Harley Quinn for a while and wants to know if any of us read that. I did not.
I think I've the first few because of her, but it's hard to get into that character. I think was that with Riley?
Yeah. Ooh, maybe. I can check it out for you.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm double checking right now.
Harley Quinn is one of those characters where I need to know who the team is and trust them implicitly for me to even want to read a Harley Quinn book. Harley is much more of a team player for me than a solo series for me. So no, I didn't read that.
That was Riley Rosmo. Yeah,
Oh, that's kind of interesting though. That part.
that it was the art was cool. But I remember it's just a character. Like
Oh,
she
this is the one where she was like had like multiverse powers. I think.
something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
These covers too, by the way, these variants are very nice. We've got there's Ryan Stegman, Rose Betch, Gabriel Del Otto, who I love, Alex Maleev, um, Daniel Warren Johnson contributed a variant, which is really cool. Just a lot of really good variants available already that we know about,
Yeah.
and I'm sure there are more to come.
Yeah. They only showed us 4 of them, including a cover. So like that, we don't. I don't even. I want to see what that Gabriel Dotto one looks like. I want to see what that Ryan Steckman one looks like.
Is
Hell yeah.
the B cover Stegman?
I
That does not
well,
look like it.
the B cover being the bulky Daredevil, is that what you mean?
Yeah, I guess like
No,
the
that's
second
Danny
cover.
Warren Johnson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Yeah.
And then Casada's the one with all the heads, and then Rose Besh is the one with that's actually on the thumbnail for the YouTube video.
I love the Daniel Warren Johnson one.
That's
And
cool.
Same. Yeah. I wonder if that's new or if they had that like canned for a while.
you never know with Marvel.
Yeah. Because I feel like he's a little too busy right now to be doing a cover for Daredevil.
Yeah.
I feel like they had it canned. They realized it was him, and they're like, "All right, we're waiting for a number 1."
Patel Philippe with the 2 cat. Thank you, Patel. What percentage of new comics each week do you consider mid?
I don't like numbers, so I don't think in percentages, but I think there's a good chunk, handful, depends on the week.
I mean that depends on your pull list. Like
Okay.
in my pull list, I wouldn't even say half of them are mid because I'm the one choosing to buy them. I'm not going to deliberately choose to continue to buy things I think are mid.
Exactly. Yeah, like I have curated my books to my tastes based on the creators that I'm following. Presumably, I'm enjoying all of them. Otherwise, I wouldn't be buying them.
Well, in counterpoint, I still check out the X-Men comics.
Well, you're a
That's you.
masochist.
That's a
you.
me. That's a me thing.
That's a me.
That's a me.
I had to cut that shit out. And not only did I cut it out, I banned myself because I'm tired of it.
And then one time you bring it back on the show, it was just not good.
It was, oh boy. Yeah, so Patel, I think if your percentage, if that's how you choose to think about it, is high, that's money you could be saving or contributing to comics that are simply better.
If you're at 75%, so 1 out of every 4 books that you're buying, you're like, I don't know why I have this, but I'm still purchasing. Rethink that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
75 is high.
That's a percentage discount, it sounds like.
Yeah.
I would say you shouldn't be buying anything you think is mid unless you have a vested interest. Like if you're just, I have to read this because I need every issue of Spider-Man, or I deeply love Wolverine, so I'll never stop buying Wolverine. Like if that's your, or you think a book's gonna get better. Like if that's your agenda, that's cool. But if you're just buying some shit that's like annoying you every month, you got to stop that.
Yeah. Hurting.
Yeah, there's no reason to do that. Lucas Holder says, hot take, Age of Revelation is great. Hey, I'm glad you like it. Right, glad you like it.
Nice.
Alex says, I don't like the reliance of variants to sell your comic. It does more damage than good. Bro, we've had that conversation many times on this channel, and I don't think you're 100% wrong. I do think there are problems with variant covers and how they obfuscate the true number of sales. And Marvel plays that game, DC plays that game. But you know what? I like really pretty art, and all the artists they got to do these variants are talented. So if it sells more comics, that's cool. I know I'm going to buy at least one of these, probably a couple. And you know what's going to make me buy more? Maybe, possibly, blind bags.
Ooh.
Marvel has announced that the second series they will use blind bags for, the first one being Ultimate Endgame, is Daredevil. They are going with the True Believer blind bag initiative. So we know that we're getting Virgin Blind Bags by Dan Panosian, Virgin Blind Bag by Daniel Warren Johnson. But then we also have the True Believer blind bags. It's a Virgin Dan Panosian, Virgin, Daniel Warren Johnson, Marvel Rivals exclusive by NetEase Games. And then you've got some surprise contributors whose names we have not been told.
That's kind of
Now,
neat.
okay, yeah, go ahead. What do you think about this?
I really like the Marvel Rivals Daredevil. I think that's cool. I don't know if I want it on my comic book, but if I pulled that, I'd be like, all right, that's kind of cool. But it's the only way to get the Virgin versions of Stegman and Daniel Warren Johnson, it sounds like. So that'll drive people. But when you put surprise contributors on there, okay, I wonder who that is. If it's like Somni, if they get like Daredevil artists for this
Right.
specifically, that could really drive me to at least pick one of these up.
I would hope they would do that.
Right? Yeah.
How about you, Marco?
I think for number one, this seems fun. I'm less excited compared to the Ultimate Endgame because Endgame has that added incentive of that
Yeah.
original art, that sketch. I don't care for covers like that. If I'm gonna pick one up that I might like. Covers secondary. So really, for me, this doesn't do too much. I'm interested to see how this helps to boost sales, and I wonder why. I guess I had two thoughts. Is this meant to help incentivize people who would otherwise maybe not be interested in a Stephanie Phillips specifically led book? And so they're trying to incentivize those people who are like, oh, she's coming on the book. You know what I mean? I wonder if there's a level of audience there that is anti that. And so this is their way in. But for me, who I am sold in on a Stephanie Phillips Daredevil book, I don't care for this. I'm not gonna get this, especially if this is like upcharged to some degree. No thanks.
I do think that like there's going to be a lot of people buying the blind bags and that's it. Like I
Yeah,
don't think it's going to be a lot of like people buying the blind bag are also going to continue with number 2. Sure, there'll be some, I think. But people want to get what that mystery is. That's like in any blind box has a mystery option. You don't know what it is, shows you a little silhouette. There's your serotonin boost if you grab that, Oh shit, I'm the one I got's not in the box. I got the good one.
Right.
yeah,
That's what people are going to be chasing after.
So as far as why I think they're doing it, I just think they want a big launch for Daredevil.
yeah,
And there's a potential for retention. Yes, I agree. There will be lots of people who buy this that don't necessarily care for the creative team overall. I don't want to make this a Stephanie Phillips issue. It could be a Stephanie Phillips issue, but I don't know. I think she has fans and I think she's good. But do I think there are people who aren't necessarily going to be over the moon about this? Yes. I think there's a potential for some retention based on the sale of these blind bags and variants where people may read this and go, okay, this was decent. Let me keep it up. But I think the reality is probably a lot closer to collectors buying the blind bag to see what they get and moving on.
yeah. The collection aspect is the thing. Sanji here writes comic book labubu's.
Hey, Sanji, good to see you, dude. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
Um,
order Dylan. Don't think there's any agenda beyond money. Fair enough. Blind bags are the new gimmick. That's fair. It's just kind of wondering as well because I know there's definitely some level of people that'll be anti this because of Stephanie. But I think ultimately the capitalism there is winning.
yeah. Patel Philippe with the 2 cats, Steph Phillips versus Stan Lee. Best writer for a number 1 Daredevil. Well, it would be pretty tough for us to
What?
get Stan Lee on Daredevil number 1 at this point in time, just because he's a little bit buried. So I'm gonna have to go with Steph.
Buried under work. Buried under his work.
Yeah,
Well, AI stand exists.
That's
buried and
right.
busy.
We
Yeah,
can
that's
get it. We
right.
can get AI stand.
Ooh,
Fair.
that's what it is, Patel. It is AI Stan versus human Stephanie Phillips.
Ooh, I want to ask AI Stan what he thinks about 6'7".
Kyle says, "Great. Now you got my wife going on about Daredevil again. Thanks, pals. If there are no Daredevil haters, my wife is dead." Well, first of all, I hope your wife doesn't end up that way. And if she does, I know who to tell the cops
I
to look
mean,
for.
having a dead significant lover, that's a Daredevil thing to do.
You got that right. Second of all, my question, I want to put up a poll, but I can't because YouTube hates me. How many of you listen to us with other people around? You got Matt Fisher listens to us in the car while he's driving Uber. You got Near, whose wife listens alongside him. Atomic Hound's wife pops in every now and then now your wife is yelling about Daredevil because of us. What's going on? I didn't know that this was a show that people listen to with their loved ones. I love that.
I think you should stop torturing them.
Couchin and Slouchin with Bizzle says Daredevil comic and season 2 of Daredevil Born Again comes out in the same month. Yeah, it's almost like Marvel knows what they're doing.
Timed it somehow.
Yeah, which is what we've been calling since it was canceled. Like we
Yeah.
knew when it would be coming back.
Right.
Super waiting for solicits.
There was only a strategic reason why we didn't know when the new Daredevil was coming. And I think part of it is, like Tyler just said, is that timing of
Yeah.
the show, but also I think they kept this under wraps at New York Comic Con because I think they wanted to give this announcement its own space. Had they made the announcement of 2 blind bag books
Yeah.
at the same event, I
Hmm.
don't think that we would have had the same reaction to the blind bag thing.
Would have been negative. It would have been, oh,
Yeah.
they're doing too much at once. Yeah,
Yeah.
everything's
Yeah.
in a blind bag. Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah. They're spacing it out at the very least. Like that at the very least shows a little bit of intent. Maybe they've hit that jump the shark because this is the book. But if they announce 2 books next, I don't know, bad direction.
Well, look, I'll be honest. I don't really think I don't like the fact that this book has blind bags. I get the business side of it, but it's a bad omen for me. I don't think I don't personally think that Marvel thinks Daredevil is A level. I think Marvel thinks Daredevil's B level.
Hmm.
So to me, this is a gimmick to help get this book over. Whereas Ultimate Endgame, it feels like a fun thing to do for their biggest event book of the year. It makes total sense to me. Whereas this is like, all right, you're trying to pop a number. And that doesn't make me feel
We'll have a jump the shark when Teddy, like Teddy says, he wants that prismatic quarter century ultra secret rare cover.
good.
Drawn by Greg Land.
Well, hey, that might get me through the doors.
Greg Land is doing one of the 250th homage variant covers. Homage variant covers for this as well. So
Oh, very good. Very good.
is it Greg Land homage just saying he traced it?
Damn.
It's an homage to himself. He
Got it.
traces himself.
Got
Yeah.
it. Got it.
Luma says, "Hi pals, I'm curious, what is the appeal of a virgin variant?"
Ooh, there are jokes here that we're not making. I think just people want to see just the art, so it's without the barcode, without the text stressing. I want to see the Virgin variants as somebody who needs to use these for images and stuff, because I have to manually cut out some of these titles, which is a pain in the ass. But I think there's a want for it. It's like when people want full art Magic cards or Pokemon cards, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Cole says, "You already know they're gonna go crazy with blind bags on Armageddon this summer," and I'm fine with that because that's an event. That's a big deal. Like, I want that. Is it just me? Like, how do you guys feel about this?
I'm cool with it for events, and I'm cool with it for big number ones. I don't think if I don't know Storm gets a new number one that she needs blind bags. Daredevil is a big number one for Marvel at any point. So I think that justifies it, but he's one of the few characters where like a solo number one, I think justifies it. Also because of the pun.
I think it warrants the title warrants it, right? I think if you do start to get into smaller things, then it has outstayed its welcome. But outside of that, I mean, They're starting off slow.
I'd love
we're great.
a version variant in the blind bag that has the title in Braille or something. Like if
Oh,
they
that'd
were
be
able to pull that off.
that'd be interesting.
They gotta be careful. They gotta walk the line to not offend people.
Well, usually you can use the guiding stick. So be careful.
Rob
Yeah.
says, "Hey, just got here. I don't read any work from the creators, but I'm excited about the concept of Matt Murdock as a university professor."
Yeah, that's new
Yeah,
for him.
yeah. So, let's talk a little bit about what this at least solicit gives us information about. So, Hell's Kitchen is full of secrets, but no secret stays buried for long. As a fearsome new supervillain named Omen has targeted Matt Murdock, it will be his alter ego Daredevil who takes the hits. But beware, this mysterious new player isn't all that they appear. A secret Daredevil will have to learn quickly as he scrambles to settle into a life and status quo we've never seen him in before, igniting excitement for what's sure to be one of 2026's hottest launches. Daredevil will have a blind bag, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, taking on a new role as a law professor, just as a new supervillain named Omen emerges with a mysterious vendetta against his super alter ego. Phillips says, "I'm taking on one of my favorite characters with one of my favorite artists, and together we're exploring Daredevil's noir sensibilities. Lee Garbett brings so much style and emotion every page, and I couldn't ask for a better partner to bring this version of Daredevil to life."
Hell yeah, that's rad. I definitely as a cool concept, because it helps you, I think, involve a lot of different environments. You get the classic, I'm late for class, but I still got to kick ass. So there's there's those moments that you, I think, can add a bit of just like hijinks, and I trust Stephanie to do that.
That's a really good point. I feel like Daredevil, obviously he's typically a lawyer, and so we get to see the intersection between his law sensibilities and his justice sensibilities, and how, he can cross the line as Daredevil, lines that as Matt Murdock he might even not agree with. But here he's teaching people law, right? He's teaching people the law as he goes out every night and breaks it. So I think that's interesting. And then I also think it's interesting that what happens if something requires him to have to leave the classroom, because of the Daredevil aspect of his life. Like, I think there are interesting um, things you can play with putting him in a classroom instead of a law room.
I can already imagine like a montage. He's in class talking to whatever. Cut to action doing whatever. Right? Oh, aggravated assault.
Right.
Like definitely some room for there.
Here's the issue
Yeah.
though with Matt Murdock as a professor. He likes fucking. He's gonna be one of those professors.
Aye,
You know,
brother.
Matt Murdock is the one of the Marvel characters that actually does. He does fuck.
He's not gonna fuck his students.
I'm,
Maybe
Jesus.
college
was it
professor. It's not out of the realm of possibility.
It's not happening with Daredevil. Jesus Christ.
He's made bad
She-Hulk?
decisions
Maybe.
before.
That's crazy.
He's gonna have a student that he catches his eye, and that's Omen, and he didn't realize it.
an omen?
Alex Panay says, fuck yeah. I never catch the live shows. Not sure how long I can stay, but want you to know that I'm thankful for your content. It's gotten me through tough times. It's like hanging out with friends. Nothing, Alex, that anybody ever says to me makes me feel better than that. So thank you very much for sharing that message with us. You could have said anything, you could have said nothing, and you chose to be kind. That's the exact kind of person I want in this community
Yeah.
and around me. So thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see. Order of Dylan. Is there even such a thing as a big number one at Marvel when they do it so often? I do think the blind bag era is here to stay. I expect every A-list new number one to get one at some point. If that happens, I do think
That's bad.
that it will be bad and it won't last.
Here's the thing. I bet you Williamson's Iron Man gets one. Has that been solicited yet?
It has, I think. Ooh,
Let me check.
that's a good question. But either way, I would think that that would be sensible. Like, yeah, I would think that Iron Man by Williamson valid to have blind bags.
Okay. All right. There is a line
It-
though. We'll know it when we see it.
I can tell you, if Mortal Thor launched with blind bags, I would have said, nah,
Sure. Okay.
nope.
Whatchamacallit, the new Wanda book probably.
That's ass. If that
No,
launches with blind bags, that's crazy.
that was already announced fully, I think, and solicited. So I don't think
Yeah.
that's gonna. I
Oh,
think we're
true,
safe
true.
there. Yeah. But yeah, you're right. If a Studio Orlando new Wanda #1 launched with blind bags, that's an issue.
If
Okay.
if an X-Men #1 that wasn't like exceptional X-Men, some shit like that, no. But a new X-Men #1 that's like a hot creative
Sure.
team, yeah, blind bagged up. Avengers, blind bag it. But like Spider-Man, blind bag it. After that, Cap, blind bag it. Those characters after that, to me, jump the shark.
Daredevil gets away with it because of the blind bag part.
That's you guys saying that. To me personally, I don't think Daredevil deserves blind bag, but I'm not gonna argue with it. But I see what you're saying.
Bag them and blind them.
Oh, $20 from the Daredevil dudes. Wow. First of all, thank you for that. This is the first time I'm seeing you, Daredevil dudes. So you came through and dropped it right away. A tip for the idea of quote Daredevil fucking Omen LMAO.
Hey,
Making use of that tip.
why? Oh God.
Ay ay ay. Thank you so much, Daredevil dudes. And Tyler made us some money. That's
You're
beautiful.
welcome. All right. Jeez.
Hijinks.
Does that count for the Go game?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do I count
Absolutely.
that 4 times?
No.
No, it's a single.
We're
I
at
got-
3 so far, by the way.
Oh,
for the GOAT game. 3 out of 10. Just keeping everybody up to speed. We are 3 out of 10 for the GOAT game. We have never missed it. By the way, over 100 people hanging out with us here for Daredevil conversation. Maybe Daredevil's a bigger character than I think. Or maybe you guys just like us. Maybe you people at home just enjoy
You
hearing us
people?
talk, and it doesn't matter what we're talking about.
Yeah, Sean giving the "you people" speech right now.
Yeah, the pals, our
Oh, okay,
pals.
okay.
Smash the like button if you enjoy what we're doing.
Smash.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Kurt Wildshot says, maybe I'm a mark, but I like how Ultimate Endgame is doing the blind bag. Limited edition covers that look like con sketches is a cool gimmick. You're not a mark at all. That's the coolest blind bag thing that I think has been done. The only thing that I think was like on that level was Battle Beast being able to give you comics that weren't even the comic you fucking bought.
I thought you were going to read the other Kurt Wildshire comment where he said, "Okay, so am I crazy, or do y'all think the logo placement on the Danny Warren Johnson variant is phallic?"
No, because his dick is way higher than the Daredevil.
I see it, but I also see it being his stick,
Oh, sure.
like Billy Club.
Yeah.
Or like that's the only other place they had for
it. Jamzilla says, I will absolutely grab one blind bag for ASM Amazing Spider-Man 1000.
They'll probably do it for that.
Oh, yeah. And again,
Yeah,
that's fine.
yeah.
That's fine.
Momentous.
That's big enough where they would probably do sketches for that too.
Ooh.
I would hope so.
Yeah, that's extra big.
Yeah. I would love that.
Marvel can make as many #1s as they want. They can't fake the 1000.
Yeah. Straylight Runner says Daredevil Born Again is coming in March, and Daredevil has always been one of Marvel's biggest characters. If the next level DC characters deserve blind bags and they are getting it, why not? What characters are you talking about? Because I don't know of any next level books that have been announced with blind bags.
Yeah, none of them have.
I don't even know that any of them are solicited yet.
You're right on that, but also, I don't think we have blind bags even on the horizon for DC coming up.
Not that they've. I think they said they would consider. I feel like there was something
but
about
nothing
it.
solicited yet.
Yeah, same with like the
Outside of
#1
KO.
conversation.
DC will do blind bags again, but
Yeah.
I think Tyler's point is like we don't even know the next thing that's on the horizon for that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And good, by the way.
Yep.
Good. Etrigan should not have a blind bag. I'm sorry.
Hey now.
I'm sorry. Lobo should not have a blind bag. Although Lobo will probably get a blind bag.
No, see that one makes sense.
Lobo's gonna get one.
Lobo makes sense.
Why does Lobo make sense, Marco? You tell me.
That feels like such a nostalgic character for people.
Yeah.
To who? Whole
It's not us, Sean.
I'm
We're
not
not
saying
part of it.
no. I'm not saying people don't like Lobo. I know they do. But nostalgia?
Yeah, that feels like
Yeah.
a 90s ass character, like specifically like a 90s ass character.
The 90s ass character gets the 90s ass gimmick, and they
Right.
lean into it fully. He's gonna have holographic foil variants too.
That yeah, but fucking blind bat. I mean, oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh
Jay
my
saying
god.
Lobo was massive in the 90s. I just was not around for the Lobo craze. I don't get it. I don't like the character. I think the word bastich is fucking stupid. And it's Scotty Hunk too.
Damn, that's fire though.
Lobo is a massive character. You got to prove that to me, Jay Sage. Show me the numbers that prove that Lobo's a massive character. Where is he even? For this massive character you're talking about, where is he at? That's how I know it's bullshit. Where is he at? No one leaves money on the table. So where is Lobo if he's so massive?
He's out doing stuff.
Yeah. When's the last time there was a Lobo #1? In fact, I remember when DC tried to make Lobo a thing by making him like slim and hot.
That's right.
That shit went over like a lead balloon.
Yeah. I feel like that was the last time we saw him. He's gaining weight.
Scott Simpson says Shadow of the Bat will get a blind bag.
Nah.
I don't know, dude.
Nah.
Why? Who's on it? That's like that will be like what, the 5th or 6th Batman book on the stands?
Yo, Pedro Visa, it's hard being an Etrigan / Lobo fan with the comics pals. I'm an Etrigan fan, okay? I'll put that out there. Lobo though, he looks like he fucks and that's all.
Kenneth Williams, he's been in every animated series. I just think they haven't gotten that far in the movies to bring him in. Yeah, but what about the comics, bro? Where's he at in the comics? Everyone's been in every animated series. What about the comics? They're selling comics. Super job. No blind bags for Etrigan. That smells of disrespect, my man.
I think they should do a treasury edition of Etrigan where it's printed on parchment.
Oh my god.
Nah. Nice job on that
Well,
one.
fuck you
Super
too,
job.
Marco. Jeez, gosh, I'm no selling my shit. Damn.
Aiden's hideout with the 10 spot. I'm curious what part Mysterio is going to play since he's on one of the variant covers. Omen could be one of his illusions, but that feels like a cop-out. Yeah, I thought about that while I was reading the solicit, but I do think Omen is going to be a new character. I do, like a character who actually is a character and not one of Mysterio's illusions. That being said, I am very excited for Mysterio's inclusion here.
Yeah. Are we led to believe that the characters that are also shown on the Casada variant are all going to be in the book?
I mean, I figure at some point, like what Daredevil run didn't have those characters in them. So like it's a pretty surefire bet that this run will at some point include Kingpin, Bullseye, Elektra, and Echo. Mysterio's the oddball, and there's no way he's not in the book because why the fuck would you put him on the cover?
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably fun to draw.
Okay, but why would you put him on the cover?
I know, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Stray Light Runner. Lobo is on Supergirl set filming additional scenes, or with Adria Arjona right now. Yes, but where is he in the comics?
He's in DCKO.
Right.
He's getting all venomed up. He's going to be fighting and probably losing to Wonder Woman soon.
I don't know. I think the blind bag thing, they've got to be careful. They've got to be careful. And Marvel has a tendency to overdo shit.
Yeah.
Oh, do they?
So I just hope that, like, this is okay. This is not the end of the world. I just don't want to see this done with the very next #1 that we get. They've got to be careful.
Do you think the fact that they're not doing blind bags for Avengers 800 is a good sign?
Yes.
Yeah, because that feels like if they're doing it for that, then we got an issue here. Because yeah, that's an anniversary issue, and it has, we'll talk about it later, a big creative team on it. So that's a big book for them, and they're holding back from blind bags for that. So that's a good sign, I think.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and like I said, if they did do blind bags for Avengers, it would make sense, but I feel like it would make sense for a number one. Um,
Yes. Yes.
so maybe we'll be getting that soon. I mean the Jed McCabe run is slated to end.
Yep.
We don't know who's coming on after that. We'll talk more about Avengers later, but I definitely think that in 2026 there will be an Avengers blind bag. I believe
Mm,
that thoroughly.
mm.
Um, Kurt Wildshit says, I'm actually surprised that the Peach Momoko Psy miniseries isn't a blind bag thing. What what Tyler, do you know what Kurt's referencing there?
Yeah, Peach Momoko is doing a book about her Cyclops, who is called Psy. That's her name.
Oh,
Which is the one from
Psylocke.
Demon Dames. Yeah, Psylocke, but it's SAI is the character's name. It's not Quanon.
got it.
It's like this alternate universe one, which is actually technically the one from Marvel Rivals too. That's the universe she's plucked from. Her dog is named Logan and all that. And I think there was a new Peach Momoko side book, right?
Oh, it's January 14th on sale.
Yeah. Yeah. So there is Psy. It's part of Marvel Rivals, the book too.
Oh,
Yeah, I think that's another one they could have went blind bag with, and the fact that they're not is good.
and this one has Stan Sakai on it.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Oh my God, I forgot Stan Sakai is on the art for this. Oh, that's a
Yeah.
definite pickup.
But still, they're holding back, right? Like it
Yeah.
does look like they are. Like this isn't just a wide shot. Here we do it here. We do it here. We do it here. This is a little bit more tempered than that.
Yeah, that would have been a bad omen to me if that book had gotten blind bagged up.
Well, Omen debuts I think in December. So
You know what, Marco? Straight Light Runner says Mysterio was the main villain in the last Daredevil run with Kevin Smith, Guardians Devil. So I didn't know that because I didn't read that run. Cool to know. I still assume that him being on the cover is telling us that he is a part of this run. That could be wrong based on what you just said. That could be wrong, but I'd bet money on it personally. Rob says, do you think once the assembly line gets this down, every book will have a blind bag? So that's a good question. We know that the blind bag thing is tough for
the
not
publishers.
printers, excuse me,
Oh,
printers to get right because they're not used to dealing with that. And I think it was when we had Adam Freeman on,
yep.
he
Yep.
talked a lot about the problems behind that. And so once this becomes a more seamless affair, will we see more blind bags? Yeah. But that's guaranteed to happen in 2026 because, again, there's so much money here. They're going to get this right. I think, personally, by the time they figure out how to do this ad nauseum, we will have been the shark. The shark is going to be they will have jumped way over the shark at that point.
Be having tea with the shark.
Yeah. I think that will be the point at which it's over.
Steve Canaris here making a prediction, saying there will be no blind bags come 2027. You think this is going to be the year where they overdo it just in 1 year and they stop?
That'd be crazy.
It feels like it could be a pump and dump. It just does because it's too much. Well, it hasn't become too much yet, but I believe it will. I do.
Then that means we need to think about pivoting for the short term. All right, we're going to be doing live streams where we just rip bags open. That's it.
Dude, other channels do it, man. Other channels do it, and they have a lot of success. I see Nick Barucci from Dynamite on other people's channels all the time. It feels like we're the only channel that doesn't get approached for that shit. But you know what? I'm cool with it because I don't want to fucking sell. I'm not an auctioneer. I don't want to be on here talking about some fucking,
Yeah, but
hey, $5, see $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10. I don't want to do that.
you rip packs open though for cards.
I love doing that, but that's personal.
Okay,
You guys don't get all
this
of
is
me.
business.
There's some parts of my life that are for me. Kurt Kurt says we all forget this, but Tiny Onion has done similar experiments with their variant programs. Something is killing the children and the Slaughter Pack collections of variants. You're right. I did forget about that. But that is completely correct. And I think Tiny Onion in general does a great job of experimenting with different stuff. It's one of the reasons why they're so big right now. Exquisite Corpses is a fucking game.
Yeah. I'm excited to pick that up.
Yeah.
That's gonna be cool.
Speaking of games, I saw a little side thing, but I saw a Marvel Comics branded comic book collecting board game at Barnes Noble yesterday.
What?
Yo, I need that.
It looked interesting where you have to like collect certain runs and different issues have different value. And it's like up to 4 players or something like that.
Wait, what?
That's a must. We got to get that and play that here. That sounds fun.
Imagine once Kel leaves, we finally do a board game episode. He'd be so pissed at us.
Word.
Marvel. It's called Marvel's Comic Hunters.
Yes. Yeah.
Pick up your copy at your local Barnes and Nobles.
That sounds fun.
Looked interesting. Yeah.
Oh, I want that.
How much is it? Maybe we do make some content.
Yeah, what's the price? Let's throw some comments.
Probably 30 or 40 if I had to guess.
Last Young Renegade says, "Sup, pals? A little late this week, but looking forward to the discussion. TBH, I love the Daredevil blind bags just because of the blind joke." And see, this is what I'm talking about. Where are the fucking the anti-ableism communities at? Like, they're just. It feels like a meme.
No, it's inclusive.
It's not. This feels like a fucking meme.
Yo, $24, $25. It'll get here.
Sean, do it again.
It'll get here tomorrow.
Ooh.
Marco, I'm still sick. I can't get out.
Oh, true. Well, we'll have it ready.
Man, Sean, the chat wants to see you doing your auctioneer voice more often on Whatnot streams going forward. Could you do a Whatnot stream? Do you have that in you?
For the meme, yeah, sure. I don't really like all that stuff though.
I'm not a fan of that stuff too. I feel like that's predatory.
There's a lot of things about it that I'm not a fan of.
It's too capitalist for me.
I'm glad you guys enjoy my auctioneer. Super Job says Sean is too disgruntled to make those kinds of videos.
That's what I heard.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been thinking about that dude calling me disgruntled been entertaining ever since it happened. I just think that's a really funny description of me. But what are you gonna do? Marco doesn't even know about that. I was on a stream, Marco, on Thursday. I was on Omar's channel, Near My Condition, and someone said that I was disgruntled but entertaining. So, do you feel like that's an accurate description of me? Am I disgruntled?
Disgruntled? No.
Well,
I had a good old time.
I didn't ask for clarity on this, Sean. What were you talking about at the time?
What it was the dude was complimenting me on something, but he spelled my name SHAWN, and so all I said was, "Dude, you can spell my name right. It's right there.
Whoa,
it's right
whoa.
there."
You're getting a little disgruntled
easy.
there, buddy.
Yeah. I think it's a black thing, but what are you gonna do?
Oh, you think it's like uppity?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yikes.
It's okay. It's all right. Being black on the internet, you have to accept certain things. Matt Fisher, though, super chat lists says, "Just got here. Who's writing this?" Also, yes, Sean is disgruntled. So there you go.
There it is.
There you go.
You got it.
What am I gonna do?
Matt Fisher and Stephanie Phillips writing it with Lee Garbett on art. We haven't talked about that yet. Can we go back to the Lee Garbett art?
Please.
He did somebody in the chat mentioned it. I apologize because I don't remember who it was. But he did the Death of Doctor Strange. Remember we read that by Jed McKay? Were those really gross monsters that he made in that?
That was good.
A guy made of like worms and stuff. I think Lee Garbett is not traditionally what I would expect out of Daredevil. There's a lot of light hitting his art. A lot of light sources. And especially with a noir themed story, I'd be curious to see if he can flip that a bit for his art.
I can see that. That makes sense.
I saw, and I don't remember where it was, but I saw a couple of interior pages that were not colored, but they did look really good. Or they might have been color actually, but they did look really good. I think I saw that on our Discord server. Lee Garbett is super talented. I have no, yeah, here it is. A sneak peek of Daredevil art by Lee Garbett from his Instagram account. He also revealed Frank Martin will be the colorist, and they are. This page is not colored. Um, if you guys want to see it and you're on our Discord server, go to the Marvel Comics spoilers chat. Just scroll up a little bit. It's hard to miss. It looks amazing. It's Daredevil in the classroom, and for those of you who like a sexy Daredevil, this is definitely giving that. Just off this page alone, I am very confident in what Lee Garbett will be bringing to the table. Frank Martin colors on top of that, yes, please.
Easy.
Love Frank Martin.
Straight lit runner, Professor Daddy Murdoch.
I was going to say he's going to be one of those professors with the patches on his elbows. And guess what? He is. I'm saying this is lending credence to my theory.
That what?
This Daredevil's going to accidentally fuck one of his students.
Maybe it's like staff.
Yeah, someone asked if he could fuck a TA. And I feel like
that's just as bad.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, there's a superiority issue there.
Yeah,
no. Screw a professor, meet a hot, fucking Spanish teacher, like something different. Meet an African studies teacher. I want to see him branch out, different races. He's always dating these, these beautiful white women, and I'm with that.
Alexa's Greek. That's a person of color.
She white. What you mean? Greek is not a person of color.
Olive.
No, get some melanin in there,
I tried
Daredevil.
My Greek
meet yourself a Halle Berry, Daredevil. You think they don't teach? You think they don't do law? Come on now.
She'll teach him something.
Yes. Please. I want to see Daredevil getting it done in that classroom, but not with one of his students. One of the teachers.
Getting it done. Let me teach you a lesson.
I got extra credit.
Yeah, exactly. He can teach you something. Yeah. Oh man. Kyle says we need shirts that say disgruntled / price insensitive in the Thunderbolts new Avenger style. One day we're gonna have a partnership with a t-shirt company and we can do really fun t-shirts.
I could make those tonight. Not tonight. I can make those tomorrow if you need me to.
Well, yeah, you probably could. I want a relationship with a t-shirt company where we can promote it.
Say, hey, make this.
Yeah, exactly. And it could be really cool and make us money. Entertain Me says Sean in all caps, Daredevil was just with a black woman. Hey, good for him. Let me see that. Where was that? Was that in the Salad and Ahmed run?
It was, yeah. He was with her for 3 issues.
Okay.
Oh. Damn,
but that was one of his old flames too. So this is he's been with her before.
Oh, okay. Oh.
You read the Brandon Metro comment?
Yeah.
Yeah, he says he doesn't see color in the comics. Black and white. More cross-hatching may work though. Yeah, Daredevil doesn't see color. It's true.
It's really good.
That's so funny, man. Oh my god, dude.
Even though canonically, if Daredevil is playing in the snow, it is a little tricky for him because of his senses.
Did he slip?
Actually, he can't be playing in the snow. It's the other way around.
Dude, I'd be fucked if I were Daredevil. I'd be fucked. How am I supposed to know?
You don't need to know. It's about the person's personality, Sean.
Yeah, right.
He's like, I gotta feel your face first, and that's
my god.
Yeah.
I gotta feel your nose.
Oh Jesus. You said it, not me.
That's crazy.
I'm so sorry, guys. I'm just having fun and my real humor's coming out. Oh my god.
And he wasn't always blind, so he knows what things look like.
Hell yeah, he does. You can't fool Daredevil. Notice that every woman he gets with is bad. I haven't seen him with anybody average looking. Somehow my man knows what's up.
He can tell. Depends how much it shakes, as they walk.
Gee, oh no, not this.
He could feel it.
Yeah.
He could feel that quake, dude.
God.
Oh my god, yes.
Not
but how does he react?
Clapping.
How does he react around Aunt May? How does he deal with that? Because she's carrying those wheat cakes. So how does he handle it? Oh my god. I'd be up in Thanksgiving like, yo, what is
You'd be up in
happening?
thanks, that's for sure.
Oh my god, this show is crazy. Oh, oh my god. Straight Light Runner says, how can anyone not understand
I agree.
how Daredevil is Marvel's best character is beyond me.
Yo,
He's
that's
great.
Wait,
funny.
Kyle says this is why my wife hates Daredevil. That blind fuck can see perfectly fine. So you think it's like a Stevie Wonder situation? Because I don't know if you see Stevie Wonder. I think that guy can see.
He's blind, dude.
I don't know, man.
What's that? The one that they always point to, the where he like catches the mic or something.
He be catching stuff sometimes, and I'm just like, hold on. I don't know about this. And Helen Keller? No, ain't no way.
Yeah, man. Oh my god. Oh. Yes, Cole, she does. She does. She's carrying a wagon behind her. I have always known that about Aunt May and Cassandra Nova. All right? And let me tell you something else. Since we're having this conversation,
Oh no.
if you think I'm
Well,
bullshitting
you're
with you,
having this conversation.
yeah, well, I'm in a mode. Come to New York, right? And go to a place called Washington Heights, right? Throw a rock. It's gonna bounce off a woman's ass who's over 50. I'm telling you. Because that's how they roll here. The
Yo.
wagons are everywhere. I'm telling you. These doñas, they got it.
Stop, dude.
They come on, Marco. Come on, Marco. You know what I'm talking about, Marco.
That's so funny. Yo. They're on their way to the store. They gotta go pick up some
Yes.
stuff, get their
Yep.
laundry.
Appointments. You know, they always got
Yeah.
appointments.
What are
They're
they
always
doing?
moving. They're
They're
always
busy.
quaking.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yo.
Oh my god. I hope you guys are having as good a time as I'm having this morning. If you are, smash that like button. We appreciate you being here. We are 4 out of 10 towards our goal today to play the GOAT game. Shu Patel said y'all gotta stop.
Ultimate Power says amazing from the heights, though.
Listen, man.
Might as well be.
Yep, she might as well be. The Order of Dylan, the city hums, every sound, a shape, and then there's her. The air shifts as she walks, slow, confident. The echo of each step rolls off the curve of her body like a drum beat.
Is that an actual quote?
I feel like it might be. But who was that about? Aunt May? Was that about Aunt May?
I think it's about anyone Daredevil sees, and that's how he sees it.
Aw, Dan Trudeau said, I don't think anyone's having as good a time as you are. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. All right. You guys have any more thoughts about Daredevil?
I'll see it when I see it, or I won't, because I have to open it up first.
That's right. That's right. Gotta tear it up first.
Whoa, okay, hold on.
Whoa, wait.
Rip it to tearing, rip it to tearing.
Hey, this conversation actually made me way more excited for this run than I was before. So that's a positive.
Yeah, he's excited for those Virgin variants now.
Hell yeah. This is going to be great, I think. I think Stephanie
Yeah.
Phillips is going to deliver the goods. She said that this is one of her favorite Marvel characters. She left Phoenix to do this. I think she's got something up her sleeve. I'm confident in her. Tyler, did you this is an aside. Did you read the Grim 25? Are you
Haven't gotten to it yet because I think I'm a couple issues behind in Grim,
Oh,
so
okay.
I gotta catch up.
All right, yeah. I was just curious like how it ended. I'm too many issues behind to be able to
Sure.
yeah, so did anyone bring up that Mysterio was the main? Yes, Stevie, we were informed of that. Yeah. So we will see what this Liviu, yes, you need to rewind, brother, because we had a ball talking about this this run. So this is coming soon. We don't have long to wait. This is dropping in February. So
Very soon.
yeah, I believe it's February. Where's the
Was it not? Was
yeah,
it not
February
December?
26th.
Yeah, yep.
Oh, did I
Yep.
read something wrong?
So that's exciting. It's exciting. Steve Canara says, I hope people stop judging a new run by the one they love most from the past. Makes it really difficult for a writer to bring their own voice.
That's a great point.
That's the flaw. That's the issue with Daredevil specifically too, is because there's so many good runs of Daredevil that you don't even need to look to your favorite run. You can look to back a whole bunch of runs, be like, yeah, this was good. That's what I think what happened with Solid and Ahmed, honestly. It just wasn't as good as anything that came before it, which is just a tough thing to have to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, we know how it is. Daredevil, you got to come swinging. It's not the kind of book that you can just, futz your way through. You've got to have a really great idea. You've got to be able to execute. And I do feel bad for Saladin Ahmed to some degree, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. It's a very competitive market, and fans are right to have expectations. I don't push back on the idea that you give people a chance. I agree with that. But like, if I'm used to great comics, I'm not settling for less for the next run.
There's an expectation that gets built in. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's valid. Tom McCallum with a $9.99. If dude thinks Sean is disgruntled, they really need to spend more time on the internet.
Number 5.
Oh, thank you, Marco, for doing that. And we also owe a couple wheel spins as well. Thank you, Atomic Count. Really appreciate the kind words and the comics bucks. Straylight Runner says Carmen Carnero might be doing her best work, and she is easily one of Marvel's biggest new stars. I agree. Carmen Carnero is awesome, and she's getting rewarded because she's moving up. She's going from exceptional X-Men, I think, to Iron Man, which,
Damn.
despite it not having a blind bag, I personally think Iron Man is a bigger I think that's a bigger new release. I think that Joshua Williamson being on Iron Man makes that a huge book, and Carmen Carnero landing there shows Marvel's confidence in her. So, yeah. All right, we've got a lot more show to do. I hope you guys stick around. We're gonna have a lot of fun. If you've been enjoying the show so far, that is not gonna stop because we've got a bunch more stuff to talk about. We know who the writer of Marvel's Avengers 800 is. We know who the guest writer is going to be, and it's exactly who you think it is. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to tell you our number 2 favorite Avenger. We're going to talk about 2 new planned HBO Max shows. We rarely talk about shows over here, but these announcements, I think, warrant placement on this show. So hang around with us. I do want to take a minute to shout out and thank our sponsors. And by those sponsors, I mean you guys, the people that support us on patreon.com/thecomicspals, where for as little as $10 a month, you can get a shout out on this show every week and a personalized superhero or supervillain nickname and origin. You're going to hear one of those today, by the way. So, special shout out to our pals vs. Legends, Hound of Justice, Atomic Hound, Starcross, Catherine Stars, the Spear of Judgment, Jace Jumble, Jalen Jackson, the Sanguine Sorcerer, Safe Haven, Hayden's Hideout, Jesse and the Juggernaut, Kyle the Zenith, Entertain Me, Panda v Panda, Ted Wong, Adam Smith, Sam the Last Young Renegade, Blur, Jekyll Jose. And thank you to Pals vs. Members, the Night Stalker, Harris Dajinski, Brian Demolish, Del Pozo, Kefis the Incorruptible, Momentum, Mike Elliott, Dan the True Trudeau, Marley, Manastorm, Slow Flow, Dammer, and Christian Uncaged, always laughing. The Spear of Justice is his issues. Robert, Runback, Cashaback, Pete, the Dream River Collins, James, Just Jamming Jones, Paul, Powerhouse Smith, Neon Knight, the Cosmic Avenger, Matthew, the Shade, Cosmo, BJ Kicks, man, I need a wheel spin. The Grand Alchemist, Chop Harder Alchemist, John Barry B. Wow. And Doomsday, David Melendez Doria. If you didn't hear your name and you're supposed to, you will a little bit later. Thank you so much.
Should I do a wheel spin?
Yeah, please. Wow. My voice is stop it.
It is water, yeah.
Oh.
A little sip.
Ooh, get that throat wet, Sean.
Marco with that Spectrum News 1 cup.
I meant to make Sean do a joke, and then Marco choked.
Spectrum News.
Oh my goodness. Kenneth Williams with the $4.99. Comic Pals and Rivals makes a good Saturday morning. That's fun. I haven't played Marvel Rivals since it came out. Is it still fun?
Oh, wow.
You playing as Gambit there, Kenneth? Gambit's a support, Sean.
Support.
Yeah.
The heck?
Emotional support.
He has different cards that heal or do damage.
Oh, that's fun. That's an interesting thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. Daredevil Dude says, thanks for the Daredevil part of the show. We enjoyed it. Hey, you're very welcome. And Daredevil Dudes, are you a podcast? Like, what are you? Talk to me. Do you do a show about Daredevil? Because that's fun. I would love to know more about that. Although they may have left at this point. I don't know. Brandon Metro says, bagging and boarding comics while watching shows like this is my favorite thing in the world, especially on a Saturday morning. That's very nice and kind of you to say. Thank you, Brandon.
That's cool. That's a lot of fun.
Hell yeah. Kyle says, after the display Sean gave us before, I don't think keeping the throat wet is a problem he has.
Whoa. Hey, yo.
What you know about me,
What?
Kyle? What you know about me, Kyle? What are you implying there, buddy?
Why would you need a wet throat for anything?
I don't know. Speaking of Joshua Williamson, though, speaking of Iron Man,
Wait, what? No, wait, hold on.
we were talking about Josh Williamson before when you were
okay.
gone.
All right. Okay.
We are going to be joined by Joshua Williamson right here on the channel this Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. I am super excited to talk to him. He is doing Iron Man. Of course, he's been writing arguably top 3 best ongoings at DC with Superman this year. He's show running DCKO with Scott Snyder. He's doing G.I. Joe. Joshua Williamson's the belle of the ball, and he's going to stop by here to talk to us about all those things, his 2026 plans, and a lot more. So we hope to see you on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern when we are talking with Joshua Williamson. It's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome.
Very excited.
Oh, yeah.
And speaking of guys that work at DC, Gavin Gitcher's in the chat. Hey, Gavin.
Hey,
Gavin. Good to see you.
I was in your area, dude.
You were?
Yeah, I was in New Orleans.
That's where you were?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot. But yeah, good to see Gavin. Gavin, I got to hit you up, man. We got to get you back on here. Dex Baker says, yo, what did I miss? A lot.
A lot of goonery.
Oh, jeez.
A lot of clowning. Daredevil Dude says, we are 2 YouTubers that do a new YouTube channel together. We just started doing shorts and a couple vids. Live streams coming soon. Only 9 subs so far. Growing slowly but surely. Well, my friend, let me make that 10 because we are going to subscribe to you right now.
Whoa.
Yeah, why not? I want to see what you guys are cooking, and I want to hear about Daredevil. So, Daredevil Dudes, let's see. Is that the name of the channel, the Daredevil Dudes? That's just fun. I really like comic book based YouTube channels that only talk about like one thing. Like there's this one channel that only talks about Green Lantern, nothing else.
There was this podcast you used to listen to that was just guys talking about Swamp Thing.
Yeah, yeah, there sure was.
Why? Are you familiar?
Very.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah, I love stuff like that. So yeah, we'll be joined by Joshua Williamson on Wednesday. That's going to be a blast. Also, book club talk, because the book club is 2 weeks away. We'll be doing it on November 25th. And you guys have been voting diligently, and the polls closed. We know that we will be reading on that day, November 25th, to the surprise of not me, New Avengers.
Yes.
By Brian Michael Bendis. Tyler, you ready?
For New Avengers?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we got. 2 weeks for that.
Mm-hmm.
How much are we doing?
Well, we got to do the first arc. We got to do Breakout. We can skip the Magneto shit because that was weird. We'll talk about it, but I would like to do like 30 issues. So I don't know if you guys are down for that. Maybe 25, 30. We got to figure out where.
Yeah, we got to find a clean cut for it.
Yeah. Or maybe we skip around. Maybe we do like the first arc, and then we do one during Civil War. Like we'll
imminent
figure
arc,
it out.
the imminent relaunch.
Yeah, we could exactly. We could do something like that.
The Sorcerer Supreme mantle.
Yep.
Yeah.
What year is that? Because Marvel Limited's functionality there sucks. There's every version of Avengers as a series, and it just pops up.
It would be specifically New Avengers.
Yeah, it would be New Avengers, and it's the first volume of New Avengers.
New Avengers. Whoa, the Daredevil
Hey,
dudes. Thank you so
thanks.
much.
Thank you, Daredevil dudes.
Let me read out these names real quick for the 5 gifted memberships. Brandon Metro, Kyle, Scott Summers, 616, Mainline even, Skyfish, and Bat Cato. Nice.
Wow,
Thank you.
the guy that taught Batman everything he knows got a subscription.
No, that was what was that guy's name from fucking Chips Run?
Oh, yeah. Damn.
Oh God,
Hated that
Master
guy.
Cypher DS.
who?
What the hell?
This is a Star Wars joke.
Okay. Yeah, thank you so much, Daredevil dude. It's very nice of you to do. Really appreciate it. Uncaged says, I even like channels that do it all but have focus. Sasha on Casually is Professor Punchline, to name one. Yeah, I mean, but um Sasha is unique in the sense that she's one of the few YouTubers she can do anything she wants in this space. She can do whatever she wants. I have a lot of respect for her. So yeah, New Avengers, November 25th. Get started. I can promise you we will be doing at least the first arc. A lot more, but at least the first arc. So you can start getting that under your belt. I know I'm going to be reading some of that this weekend. I've also got some reading to do for a spot I'm going to be doing on Near Mint Condition this Tuesday. So I'm going to be
Nice.
buried under comics this week. But yeah, everyone start their New Avengers reread.
Oh, much like Stan Lee.
Oof, oof, Marco,
Crazy.
Marco.
Huh?
Oof.
Hey, Marco.
Yeah.
Who is your number 2 favorite event? Well, who's your number 3? Oh no, you were here last week.
No,
Who's your number 2 favorite Avenger?
my number 2 favorite Avenger is Thor. Also one of the least read of the Avengers, but I enjoy Thor because of kind of like for me when I think of the Avengers, I think of like how these power sets could complement, the whole. For him, obviously his thunder power, his lightning powers, um, uh, the flight feels super goofy with his like waving of spinning the hammer. Um, there's just like an aesthetic to him that I think fits very much so in a Silver Age context. Being a god that joins this otherwise team of humans to be able to do things and save the world. So that the concept in and of itself is novel. And he is a character in various forms has either been insightful or has been a little goofy, or he can be. It's a very malleable character as well. So for that reason, I think that he's my second favorite of the Avengers, the malleability as well as just him visually, aesthetically.
How about you, Tyler?
My number 2 is the Sentry.
Okay.
Kind of an odd pick. You don't really think of him as like I mean, he is. He's been there since the beginning, right? But he wrote himself out of continuity, so he's a founding Avenger. No, the Sentry's great, and most of his story was told throughout Bendis' Avengers run. Avengers going into Dark Avengers going, so it was New, Mighty, and Dark Avengers that the and Siege being the entirety of his real arc in the Marvel universe. And I just thought he was a really interesting addition to the team. He was the Superman power set, quote unquote. That was so it was kind of like an oddball for the Avengers, but he added a lot of like stakes to the team. I really enjoyed how he was really a flawed person with the power of the sun, and I think that that ability to be flawed and human at his core is what made him likable to me, and I felt bad when things went south for him. And I think when an Avenger can have his or her humanity really showcased, I think that's when you have a good Avenger story. And for me, Sentry's my number 2.
I struggled so much with Sentry, man. Like including him on this just because I love Sentry. He's, for me, he was a part of the original Avengers run that I read, so I love him, but I couldn't do it. I had my number two. I couldn't leave this man off, and it's the same as Marco. It's Thor. When I think about my favorite Avengers moments, Thor is in almost every one. Thor is, you talk about aura. Thor is an aura farmer. Thor is a character who just always looks cool as fuck. He's always so down, and he loves humanity. Thor doesn't have to do this. Thor's not from Earth. Thor doesn't have to be an Avenger, but he can't help himself but be an Avenger. And to me, um, that's why Thor is so important to the team. He's a god who cares about man so much that arguably he fights more to defend man than his own people. And he has put his lot in with the Avengers to the last. Thor will die an Avenger. He's going to die fighting for us, and he don't have to. I think about when Thor fought against Thanos and his crew and all that craziness in space during Infinity, and it was him and it was Hyperion, and they were ready to die in space. They were facing down an entire army, and Thor was just like, "Brother, if this is my death, it'll be a good death." That is one of the greatest moments in comics to me, and that came from Thor defending the Avengers and defending Earth. There's only one character I think better than Thor as far as Avengers, and I'll tell you who that is next week. But Thor is a god. Literally, figuratively, I love that guy.
Oh yeah, rad.
Yeah. So we'll get into our number ones for you guys next week. Marco, I think if you're feeling Thor, man, there are some really great Thor comics that you probably haven't read yet.
Yeah, I mean the stuff we read Saad Ribic, um, and then I know for sure anything that Ewing's been doing. So like that I need to go backwards on because I only made it, I want to say up to issue 10.
Mm.
So but I was loving it. So
I think Tyler would probably agree that you would love the Jason Aaron saga.
yeah, yeah.
100%. Yeah. Honestly, I think JMS is what you should check out.
Oh God.
Olivier Coipel on it too. Like that's what
Ooh,
got me into Thor was JMS.
Same.
And then
That
right
run
into the
is great.
Fractions run and
Gillen.
then
Gillen.
Gillen as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
damn,
Yeah,
big
it's some good
hitters.
stuff. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Thor would have been on my list if I was keeping the Trinity in. But
Thor's been that guy, like getting great creative teams since 2008,
Hmm.
since the relaunch. Or maybe it was 2007, whichever one it was. But yeah, love Thor. Hayden's Hideout shared his top five. Number five, Thor. Number four, Wasp. Number three, Black Panther. Number two, Iron Man. Number one, Captain America. Dan Trudeau shouting out, I guess, his top five Thor writers, maybe. Simonson, Aaron, Ewing, Cates, JMS, all fire.
Nice.
All fire. Even Cates, which I was a little suspect of, I like a lot what he did with Donald Blake. I thought that stuff was cool.
he had a Nick
Yeah.
Klein on art, was it?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Oh god, that shit was good looking.
And then remember they did the Thor Hulk crossover stuff too.
Yeah, yeah.
That was cool.
Yep.
That was cool. Yeah, that was a good era. Thor's been well taken care of. Speaking of the Avengers, though, we've talked about Avengers 800 or Avengers 34, whatever. And Marvel teased that there would be a secret creative team, that it would be a creative team from the history books that would return to the Avengers to tell a story in this title. And we now know, confirmed by Marvel themselves, that none other than Brian Michael Bendis is the writer returning to the Avengers for 800. It has been over a decade, I believe, since Bendis last wrote the team. So he's returning to the scene of the crime where he made his bones as one of the greatest writers in Marvel's history throughout, many, many, many dozens of issues of Avengers that he wrote. Maybe even more than 100 if you encompass all of his
I
various
think
Avengers
easily.
books.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah. Um, that wasn't really the question mark, I don't think. I think we pretty much all believed
Yeah.
it would be Bendis.
Yep.
The artist was the question. We threw out a bunch of names. We finally have an answer. And the answer is somebody who is in semi-retirement right now, coming out to do this one shot. Mark Bagley, one of the GOATs.
Oh,
Did any of
wow.
us call him?
I want to say.
I believe his name was tossed around, but I think you, Tyler, pointed out his retirement.
No,
Yeah.
Imminent.
Oh, it
when
was
he's
Emmett. You're
retiring.
right. Yeah, you're
yeah.
right. Yeah.
Bagley's still, I think, still doing it.
No, but Bagley's in semi-retirement.
Oh,
He
really?
only
Okay.
yeah. Bendis said it himself. He only pops up for very rare special occasions.
Yeah, because like we were thinking like an Avengers team, right? And the only time Bendis and Bagley worked on Avengers would have been Avengers Assemble,
Yep.
which was kind of like an odd duck in terms of all the runs. It was like, hey, this is the one we need to make sure the team looks like the movies and put Thanos in the book. So that one kind of slipped my mind, honestly.
I wasn't thinking of Bagley because when I think Bagley, I think Spider-Man.
Yeah, exactly.
So, here's a quote from Bendis, though. Returning to the pages of Marvel Comics has been an incredible experience. To reunite with the Avengers on the occasion of an anniversary is doubly wonderful because anniversary issues are where we really celebrate our love of the characters and legacy. I made my Avengers debut on Avengers 500. I love the symmetry. Just reuniting would be magical enough, but Mark Bagley coming out of retirement to do this story with me was an incredible gesture. He's already penciled magical pages. It's been a wonderful reunion between us and the characters. There is a variant cover to Avengers 800 by Mark Bagley, likely the variant that I want because it's got Thor. It's got the OG Avengers cast on it pretty much. And it looks great. So I'm looking forward to this.
Big ass hulking arms.
Hell yeah.
Are we to believe this is the cast of Avengers they're going to be writing about?
Nah. I don't.
No?
Well, I personally don't think so.
Oh.
It could be.
It could be. Yeah, I get, and actually probably not because this is a variant cover, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And it has Hank Pym, who is in the shits right now.
So here's what the AIPT Comics article suggests for what the anniversary story might be. Set on the anniversary of the team's founding, the new story unites the big three, Iron Man, Thor, and Cap, for a daring mission against Hydra's newest doomsday weapon. They'll be joined by Avengers past and present for an all-out battle that captures everything fans love about Marvel's premier super team. Okay. And I believe their story is only I believe it's 14 pages. So
Yeah. Short, but a nice entryway back in. I feel like, and we talked about it. You give them the backup, let them warm up, let them get back in the sandbox, and then you kind of start to see where he naturally kind of the roots start to spread. So and this just being, I think, something that is more about the big three. Like, what do you have to say, and can you say it in 14 pages?
mhm,
This announcement doesn't make any mention about him continuing on Avengers, right?
exactly.
No.
Exactly.
Okay.
Just reuniting him coming out of retirement to do this story with me, just the story.
Uh I think Bendis I want to say I think this is where he lands. I think he lands as the next Avengers writer, but I mean there's no confirmation. I just feel like bringing him back for this, he's back. I believe that he's probably signed a not long term, but like a contract with Marvel beyond this book. I think this is the place that makes sense for him.
Yeah. Hopefully it's something that gives him free reign to pick and choose too. Like I would unless this is what he's up for. Like I would hate for them to be like, hey, now start to make this cool, or hey, now start to do something interesting over here. If it's more creatively guided and he has the ability to do what he wants with the characters that he wants when he wants, that's probably a more fruitful venture than just putting him back into the as a cog.
Yeah, we know he's not doing Daredevil now.
Right.
You know, so I maintain that it was Avengers all along, and I think that's probably where he lands going forward. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was Daredevil, Miles, Spider-Man, and Avengers that really seemed like the largest possibilities. Miles is the jury's still out on Miles. Daredevil's accounted for. Avengers, the jury's technically still out, but Bendis is already there. So it makes sense to continue on. There is one caveat though, and I'm glad Cole mentioned this because it reminds me of a talking point that I wanted to bring up. Cole says, I bet Zdarsky is writing Avengers. Bendis will create and write new Marvel heroes out of the origin box MacGuffin. I don't know so much about the second part, but I definitely think there's fire to the smoke of Chip on Avengers because Chip's Cap stuff is very important. He's the writer of Armageddon. I could very easily see his last pickup being Avengers. That feels perfect for Chip right now.
That's a really good point.
He's not done it either. Has he done a
Yeah.
team book?
Not that I can recall. Not that I can
No.
recall.
Even when he did Marvel 2 and 1, that was 2 people.
Avengers Twilight wasn't an ongoing, but it was a team book. So I guess you can count
I
that.
guess so. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's probably where we go. It's gonna be Bendis or Chip. I can't see anybody else getting that job right now. Avengers what's it called? Doomsday is coming out in 2026 as well. That team has to have a fire book.
It's a good point. It's a good point.
Yeah, so they've gotta bring out the heaviest guns for this one.
Dr. Doom
Straight
in the
like
chat.
Oh, hey, wow.
He's saying,
Dr. Doom.
He's saying last ride. Oh, that is scary, ominous.
Justice League Last Ride. Yeah, that's a great.
Okay. Justice League last ride. Okay. I thought that was a threat.
Dr. Doom, it's good to see you. Do you also have a YouTube channel all about Dr. Doom? Like, how'd you get that name? That's awesome. Hayden's Hideout says Chip doing Avengers, Wolverine, Cap, and Armageddon. Yeah, so the Wolverine book is a lead-in to Armageddon. I believe it's a 4-issue mini. So, just building into the event that he'll be doing, yeah. I think this is super exciting. Super duper exciting.
Electrix mentions that Chip did the Invaders book, and that book was very good. I loved that book. So yeah, that is exciting if it is Chip.
Steve Canara says, I just hope Sam and Panther and Storm and Captain Marvel don't get bumped out. Well, there will be some roster changes inevitably, and I think that's okay. Personally, I find the current Avengers run to be heatless, so I would really appreciate a shakeup to get a roster of characters who have more tension between them. And maybe that's just because Jen McKay didn't find the tension. I feel like some of it felt fabricated, but there's a lot of natural tension between Avengers members that you could pull on. So
You should be able to pull on as a writer.
yeah, exactly. Stray Light Runner says Zdarsky will be big, but I think the RDJ card in comic books is Hickman. A new sort of secret war is happening. If Jonathan Hickman is announced as the writer of Avengers in 2026, I will get on this podcast in what will I wear? I will wear a cowboy hat and I'll do the whole show in a cowboy hat. Because there's just no way. Jonathan Hickman is not the writer of Avengers.
He's taken that bet, he said. He said, is that the new bet going to 2026?
Let's get it.
That's it.
Let's get it.
Right at the stipulations. If Jonathan Hickman is the writer of an Avengers book in the year 2026, only 2026,
Yeah.
Sean will have to wear a hat on the show. Book it, people.
French maid's outfit, Gavin. Am I nuts? David Tron says full clown outfit. I can't do makeup, bro. I will never do that. I will never, ever, ever do that.
What did I walk back on? Jeez, what the?
Last Young Renegade said only a cowboy hat? Question mark. We could do that. There's nothing illegal on YouTube about a man being shirtless, especially because you can't see my nippies. So maybe I could be nude. You wouldn't know.
That's true. Sean does a very, very low nipples.
Yeah.
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 They're
I don't know how
essentially
that
midsections. A little strange.
It's odd. Super Job says the Avengers book or an Avengers book? The Avengers book. I don't think Jonathan Hickman is returning to write any Avengers book, but for the sake of this, I'll say the Avengers book.
Hmm.
If Hickman is cooking somewhere in Marvel right now, what realm needs cooking that he hasn't cooked in before?
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say X-Men, but he cooked there already.
You know, I don't think he wants to touch an X-Men character ever again.
I don't know that there's a space that needs rejuvenation necessarily. I think maybe you could throw them at individual characters, but I don't know.
Tigra.
Yeah. I just want to see him do something a little different.
I want him on Doctor Strange.
That could be fun.
Hmm.
I want to see him on Black Panther, like just core Black Panther.
Oh, now that they're going into space stuff.
Yeah, I've been asking for that for a long time now. I think it's deserved.
Oh, Kurt Wallace just said take him on an ASM. Fuck that. No.
Not anymore. Not anymore. I was desperate to see what he was cooking for Ultimate Spider-Man. That shit smelled bad.
He put raisins in the macaroni and cheese. Jeez.
Yeah. Ugh. Damon Watson says, if Avengers lose Black Panther, at least we have the new intergalactic series that gives us a rehab T'Challa.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, Damon. I mean, if that's your flavor, more power to you, brother. I don't really love Black Panther in space. I don't know. I feel like a lot of core Black Panther fans reject that. Not to say that I'm more of a Black Panther fan than you. No, I'm not saying that at all. It hasn't landed for me yet. I still need to be sold on why that's a good idea.
Right. You guys be sold on the takeoff before it can land.
Yeah. Yeah. Super Job says somebody should make a ask me about my disgruntled agenda shirt for this bet. I'd wear it. I'd wear it. All right, so let's move on. Let's talk. We're talking about Chip. Let's talk about Chip's cap. I thought this was a very interesting story.
Yeah.
You don't hear things like this a lot. So thought we'd bring it to you. So the second arc of Chip's Captain America run that he is currently doing with Valerio Schiti is a very good run, might I add. When Captain America issue 6 was first discussed back in August, we were told that the series would take place in the current and that the storyline would take place directly in the aftermath of One World Under Doom. We would be getting introduced to the United Captains group, which was going to be kind of like, if you guys remember the league, the Batman League, the Batman Inc.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If you guys remember that, it's a very kind of similar-ish idea. This was going to be, we're going to see them at the United Nations Security Council. We would be getting Captain Kingdom, Captain France, Red Widow, and the Star, and they would each represent a different country. That is not happening anymore. Shockingly so. Captain America 6 was supposed to be dropping December 17th. But now, as of November 7th, they announced a completely different story.
What?
And this one is going to bring S.H.I.E.L.D. back into prominence. I can't remember the last time I saw something like that happen. Oh, well, no, I'm bullshitting. I can. It was with the X-Men.
All right. Yep.
It was with the X-Men because they initially had teased. I'll always say they were teasing Age of Revelation way back then when Jordan White teased that X-Men logo that looked like Age of Apocalypse. I believe that they were teasing that then, but then they pivoted and did something completely different. We got From the Ashes. I think this is similar to that.
I mean, this is the first time I've ever seen a completely reworked cover too.
Yeah.
Like the cover was done. They even had concept art for those characters.
Yeah,
Published.
This was August, so they had to have been working on it.
Yeah. I wonder if this was like, hey, we're giving Chip the keys to the kingdom, so Chip needed to make a bigger story. So that's why he brought S.H.I.E.L.D. back into it.
Yeah, I think yeah, they want Marvel clearly wants to use Shield. In fact, I'll read a quote from CB Cebulski. Ever since Shield disbanded almost 10 years ago, the idea of bringing it back has come up at every creative retreat we have had. We've been working on the return of Shield for a long time, and especially so over the past few months since our most recent creative retreat. After digging more into this Captain America story with Chip, Valerio, on our teams, it became clear that this was the right story and the right time to do so. And with this year being the 60th anniversary since Shield debut, we thought it was even more fitting to make this happen.
Yeah, yeah, very. Hey, this is the thing. We really think you should put this team back in there. Just our opinion.
Right. But what I think is interesting too is that if you look at the cover, it clearly displays on the top the Armageddon Assembles This Summer trade dress,
Yeah.
which is a direct tie into the event that Chip is writing, Armageddon. Before, this was a tie-in to an event, just in a different order, because this was going to be a follow-up to One World Under Doom with the United Captains. Now it's a prelude to Armageddon. So
Mm.
I kind of wonder if the creative plans at Marvel, bigger than Shield, put that Shield stuff aside, if the creative plans regarding Armageddon are the new thing that sort of caused this entire pivot. Because you don't necessarily have to pivot your entire plan just to introduce Shield. That could happen in the next arc. There's a lot of different ways to get around that. I feel like Armageddon is the reason why this is all changing up.
Or something within Armageddon has
Hmm.
shifted so much so that it necessitates Shield.
It is interesting though because Red Widow is still involved, so there's still connections to the old story. Like she's even the same art on the cover.
A little
And
different.
there was a Captain America of the UK, right? In the original one. And it looks like Captain Britain, isn't this? Or
Could
Union Jack? There's the guy on the bottom left. I forget.
Yeah, he looked. Yeah, I know what you mean. But he could be one of these new
Sure. Yeah.
captains. I don't know. I don't know. The AI PT article though brings up something sort of interesting. On the one hand, it's not uncommon that details change in stories between original concept and publication, and it's worth noting that Marvel announced and promoted the United Captains 4 months before the issue was set to be released, unusually. On the other hand, the early announcement of a group of new characters that, for the most part, the Red Widow has moved allegiance from the United Captains to Shield as part of this rethink. Oh wow,
Huh.
seems set to no longer even appear is uncommon and somewhat surprising. The early announcement suggested that the characters would be important to the Marvel Universe moving forward, but apparently not so important that they can't be quietly folded away into limbo when a better idea comes along.
Just to clarify, pop first.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, pop verse. Yes, my bad. Um, Perhaps even more surprising is how late this change seems to have been made at Marvel. The original version of Captain America #6 was part of the December 2025 advance announcements made by the publisher on September 18. As late as October 23rd, when the January 2026 issues were announced by the publisher, Cap 6 was not on the list. Neither, notably, was Cap 7. As Armageddon comes together across the next few months ahead of its June 2026 release, it'll be worth paying attention to whether other Marvel titles will be similarly impacted by revised storylines and delays. Final note I want to make on this is that this issue is also delayed. It was supposed to come out in
Mm.
December. Now it comes out in January.
Yeah, that makes it. Yeah, rewrite some rearts. Yeah, makes
Yeah,
sense.
fascinating.
I, uh, um, I guess there's something to be said of Chip is a talented writer and can make this work, but when we get issue 6 in our hands, will we feel it? Will the impact of this be felt? Is something going to be a little disparate? The art maybe will have shifted, and I think art is where it could be most notable. Being able to shift between scenes, or because the art in this book has been very deliberate, the colors, the tones, the scenes it chooses to show, and so if you start to see, if we start to see subtle shifts in that, I might be a little disappointed that the this was a decision imposed, and it would feel worse if the quality of it is affected.
Sean, was the original issue 6 supposed to be Sheedy?
So in the Popverse article, it says that it was going to be Frank Alpizar and Delio Diaz.
Okay, that's who's still doing it. So, okay.
Yeah. So they might have even had to go back to the drawing board, like literally.
Yeah. Yeah, there is no Sheedy on this issue or the following issue as well. So, I mean, it just looks like they might have just had a change of idea of where they wanted it to go, post of where the story was announced, which it's rare to see shifts in story that in such a short amount of time frame in comics.
Yeah.
But I have faith. I mean, I'm digging this run completely, so I have faith in it.
Yeah, me too. I don't. This doesn't worry me actually
Yeah,
at
me
all.
neither.
I think I prefer this. I think that they made the right decision, and I am very excited for Shield to be back in a big way because Marvel feels hollow without
Yes.
Shield's presence.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I was saying, anytime we talk about Marvel and like it's not feeling like there's a core thread throughout, we probably bring up Shield.
Yeah.
Because I think that it needs that looming presence, I think, in the books.
Yep, absolutely. So very interesting. We will absolutely be reading that issue on Pal's Pulse. So we'll be able to tell you what we think of it. Let's shift over to DC, but we're not talking DC Comics this week. There weren't any announcements on that front to get into, but there are 2 shows coming to HBO Max that I think you guys will want to hear about it. So we will get into those briefly. So the first one is a Jimmy Olsen vehicle that is going to be sort of a true crime docuseries, which I think is unbelievably cool, that will feature Jimmy Olsen, and they will tell the tale of Gorilla Grodd.
Yep. I
That's
dig that. This is by the American Vandal team. If you guys ever watched that show, I think it's a Netflix show.
Never heard of it.
I believe it was about like a serial pooper or something like that.
Oh.
And it's filmed in like a podcast
yes.
documentary style situation.
Parody, though.
It's parody, yeah.
Yes.
And that's what this is, and it's also documentary style investigative reporting. It's literally the same shtick they did for their show, which is apparently fucking hilarious. But Jimmy Olsen, I'm really hyped for this. I think it's great. Jimmy Olsen and the Gorilla City it works. It's always worked. It's hilarious all the time. And I like Grodd too, so I want to see what this Grodd is like.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Marco.
Sorry. I think the concept of it is like initially I kind of rolled my eyes at this. I'm like, okay, they're trying to like, stretch a few things here and who knows how this will work. But I think under that framing, that device, that could be something that's one leads into the character of Jimmy Olsen, the misadventures you can kind of get, but subtly expands the universe that we're all experiencing here. And I think that's cool.
And every season you could just pick a new villain to like showcase a section of the universe.
I love the concept. I think the only thing that I don't love about this announcement is the Grodd aspect, and only because I feel that Grodd could be such a massive character that I don't want them to waste him here. I think there are a lot of characters who make sense for this that aren't Grodd, like Zaz. I think you could have done a very interesting crime docuseries involving Victor Zaz, a character that Jimmy Olsen could actually encounter in a way that could be very scary and dangerous for him. I just think there's a lot of meat there, even if it's not Zaz, it could be anybody. But Grodd just seems like the kind of character who necessitates like an actual superhero. So I don't know how they're going to present this. It'll be interesting.
They're trying to find the mythical swamp thing, the deep Louisiana swamps or something.
You joke, but I think it might be like investigative reporting to find the deep mystical Gorilla City.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like the conceptually that's there, and you can do that in so many pockets.
When this was first rumored, I was kind of hoping it was a new topic each episode rather than a season long thing. But I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I think that lets them really kind of delve deep into it. And that's not to say other characters can't show up in this. Like, what is the other chimps? Another gorilla's name?
Gorilla.
Not Congo. Well, maybe. But I was thinking Salazar or something like that. He's like the good one. But like
Moana Beast.
no, that is a man. What else you got, Marco? What else? Detective Chimp. You want to see Detective Chimp on there too?
Well, I'm just saying, these characters could all appear.
And I also really like what Skylar. What's his last name?
Gazondo.
Gazondo. Great name. I said a Muppet. Was great as Jimmy Olsen. Like literally pitch perfect casting. So I think this would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
People just naming gorillas in the chat.
Kevin Hughes says Ultra Human Knight. Tilo Monsieur Mala. Who's that? Oh, I think I've seen him before.
He's the one that has a gay relationship with the brain.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Damon Watson says they may be steering around Gotham for now until they figure out how they want to integrate Batman into the Gunverse. That's a very fair point.
Yeah. True.
Totally buy that. Cole, what the fuck are you talking about? Cole says, does anyone remember Gorilla Grodd versus Barack Obama in Legends of Tomorrow?
You haven't seen this clip, Sean?
No.
It's in the article you sent. Hold on. Click the article that you sent, Sean.
Okay. What?
Show notes here. And then where's the
oh shit, I didn't even, what the fuck?
Yeah just play it real quick, listen to it. I want to see your live reaction.
I'm watching
it. Essentially there was an arc of Legends of Tomorrow where Grodd tried to go back in time when Barack Obama was performatively bisexual in college to kill him.
Yo, why did Gorilla Grodd pull up and say
Barack Obama?
Why do you have to say his old name?
That's how you know.
That was so bizarre, dude. I can't believe I just saw that. Wow.
Yo.
Oh my god.
There was another clip where they're like telling the team about it, and it's like, stop what you're doing. He's gone off to Barrack.
Yo, that's wild, dude. Oh my god. I wonder if Barack himself has seen that.
Surely.
That was goofy as shit.
Jeez.
Certainly there will be no gorillas in the V for Vendetta television show. That HBO has brought on Pete Jackson, not Peter, but Pete Jackson, to tackle. We don't exactly know how they're going to go about doing V for Vendetta. Obviously, we have the movie, which a lot of people enjoy, the comic book, which is one of the greatest comics of all time. How they will do this, we don't know. But if the Watchmen show is anything to go by, it'll be excellent. Obviously, the Watchmen show was a sequel to Watchmen. I don't know that this will be a sequel to V for Vendetta. I don't know that that's necessary, but I could see a show working very well that just translates the comic book.
Yeah, apt timing as well. This one I feel like, and I said this about the first Watchmen, like what are you gonna do? Like, how do you take this either to the next level or add to it? If this is an HBO show, then they will probably do something similar where they will elevate, do a follow-up, because I think at the end, the goal is that, I'm forgetting her name, Evie, is the one who kind of pushes forward the new agenda, the new world order post all the anarchy. So that to me seems like rife ground for storytelling, to introduce new concepts, new players, the aftermath of all of it, in the same way that's what the Watchmen show dealt with, all the aftermath. So I could see this working. Yeah, this would be cool. I have faith because of the Watchmen show.
Is that the 4chan mask guy?
Oh, yeah.
I've never read the book and I've never watched the movie. I know nothing about V for Vendetta outside of it being like the anonymous mascot.
Guy Fawkes?
Yeah, I know who Guy Fawkes is. I know Remember the 5th of November and the cover. I don't even you could have put a gun to my head and I couldn't tell you who the artist was.
What?
It's such a nothing for me. I've never engaged, so I have no opinion on this really.
That's
Who
wild.
directed the movie?
The movie was directed by James McTeague and produced by the
Okay.
Wachowskis.
Yeah, that's right. Who's oh my god, what's his name? The actor
I don't
that
recall.
that played him.
I know what you're
He's
talking
Mr.
about.
Mr.
Though.
Anderson.
Oh,
It was Hugo
oh my!
Weaving?
Yes, 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 yes,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Yo, I love Hugo Weaving.
Yeah, he's so good.
One of the most disappointing things he ever said was that he didn't give a fuck about playing the Red Skull. I felt like he was so perfect for the role, and he was like, "Yeah, I didn't give a shit about that."
Damn, dude.
Oh man, so this will be fun. This will be cool, I think. Amin, we do have to address Amin's question in the chat. Will Alan Moore be involved?
Fuck no, he won't. The fact that the show exists is a fuck you to Alan Moore.
Hold on, Marco. What do you think? You think Alan Moore will be involved?
No, dude.
Oh, okay.
Not at all. Yo, my boy Alan's just like, you're desecrating my creations.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
he
go
hates
do
it.
some witch magic real quick.
Kurt Wildshut says, "Did y'all talk about the announcement that Something is Killing the Children was going to Bloomhouse at the time? I'm happy that they're considering an animated series. Need more indie comics going to animation." Yeah, Something is Killing the Children. We didn't discuss it, but that is a very exciting announcement. And I think, it speaks to the power of James Tynion that he's able to get these projects going, because a lot of like that era where every single indie book was getting, snatched up by Hollywood, that era is over. James Tynion is one of the few who can still make that happen.
Mm.
Let's give congratulations to Jeff Johns and Brian Hitch, because there's a Redcoat movie coming. Redcoat, yeah, shockingly. Atlas Entertainment is teaming up with Ghost Machine to produce a Redcoat film.
Huh.
Yeah.
Not the first Ghost Machine book I would have thought would have gotten an
Same.
adaptation.
Who do you what would you have thought?
I thought it would be Geiger. We might have seen
Okay.
some stuff
Yeah.
that showed proof of concept. I am down with this though. I think this is good. I think this is probably an easier thing to make, which could be a lot of fun. It could kind of be in the Kingsman realm of types of movies. You know what I mean? Like a period piece action movie.
Oh, sure.
A little jokey. I think it works.
Maybe it has more legs.
Yeah, and Jeff Johns is writing the script as well. So cool. I mean, this is what Ghost Machine was made for, right?
I mean, I think it was made to make comics,
Wow.
but there's space to do this kind of thing, and I think that that's brilliant for them. I enjoy Redcoat. It's not my favorite. My favorite is Rook and Geiger. Rook, that's gonna take a while, because that's a crazy story with concepts and characters. That's gonna take a while. Redcoat, I agree with Tyler. It's easier to execute.
Yeah.
And I think it can work. It can work.
I wonder if maybe they're also seeing like the sales numbers point in a certain direction. We don't have purview into those kind of things. So I wonder if Geiger, the other book, any of the other titles aren't selling the same way, and this is like, hey, actually, this makes more sense financially from one market. Can we translate some of that into another market?
I think there's also something to be said about the fact that, as the three of us know, there's been Geiger stuff in the works, live action wise, for years.
Right.
So it's possible that that's tied up, and
Mm.
they cannot go forward with that with Atlas. So what Atlas was able to go forward with is Redcoat, and again, much easier to make.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because when we saw that Geiger thing, that was years ago, and we haven't heard a peep since. Grayson Red, what's up, man? $4.99. Thank you, brother. Red Coat took me by surprise, for real. One of my favorite ongoings right now, Jeff Johns. Hell yeah. Hell to the yeah. Hey, Tyler, can we spin that wheel one more time, man? We are 3 away from hitting our goal. So if you guys want us to play the GOAT game and not miss the goal, which we have never missed, now is definitely the time to get those super chats through. What are we doing, Ty?
Almost got water, but it's Marcus Minute.
Oh, cool.
Oh shit.
Marco, how was New Orleans?
Oh, New Orleans is rad. Went as part of a for work, and it was also like an offsite, so kind of time to hang out with coworkers I wouldn't otherwise on the West Coast. There was some work involved. We still had to do some things here and there, as well as go through one of those like learning sessions with partners and vendors and stuff. But outside of that, food was great. Didn't get gumbo, but I did get some blackened redfish. Got some pork chops. Got those beignets, which honestly, if you've had funnel cake on Coney Island, you had powdered sugar, you get it. Beignets, I don't get what the hype is about. Honestly, fuck the beignets. Okay, miss them. Not the highlight. I did go get to see some cool jazz, like fusiony stuff, some blues at a bar. And then there was a lot of, partying. Bourbon Street is wild for clubs and stuff like that. So it was cool to also go out and just party when I had the opportunity.
Did you see one of the live sex shows?
I did not. Didn't
Okay.
even know that happened.
No, that
Damn,
happens.
I missed out. Well, I went to New Orleans twice. I didn't see that shit.
Yeah.
There was a lot of like gentlemen's clubs around, but I'm with coworkers, so
The
yeah.
first thing, go ahead.
I was just gonna respond to Order Dylan. Yeah, dude, beignets, not it. Miss.
Damn. I didn't have that. I don't think I can. I don't know. Sorry to hear that you didn't love the beignets, but it's good that you had a good time in New Orleans, man.
Did you go
Probably
to the famous beignet spot?
Yeah, Cafe Du Monde.
Yeah. Did you have the chicory coffee?
It's just coffee with milk.
Don't get the milk.
I didn't get the coffee. It was fine. It was actually it was strong. I will say it was a really strong coffee, which I
that's really,
appreciated.
it's hearty.
Like a nice dark roast. Yeah. Near.
Stray Light Runner says the issue of every indie comic making it into Netflix and other joints is that most of them were really fucking bad and with cheap budgets. Umbrella Academy and several others come to mind.
Umbrella Academy went for like 4 or 5 seasons though, which is good.
I don't know. I disagree with Stray Light. I thought the first I didn't finish it, but every season I watched I liked. So I don't know.
Doom Patrol was that like 2-3 seasons. Titans,
3, yeah.
2 seasons.
Season 1 of Titan, I watched that shit in one night. Season 1 of Titans, I thought that shit was awesome.
I
Yeah.
couldn't get past halfway through season 1.
Gavin, I
expected to hate
messaged
it.
you like days ahead, I think.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Gavin just didn't respond to you. He just left you on
Wow.
red like that.
Damn.
That's how we roll now.
I'm still on red, homie.
He's too bougie now. He's too
Damn.
big now.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
He's the belle of the ball at DC Comics. He can't respond to Marco now. That's all right.
Too busy doing secret projects. She is.
Word. That's crazy. Kurt Wildshut says, but yeah, Loki annoys me how using comics as a stepping stone to Hollywood has become another way to say, quote, I don't like this comic. Cynical criticism. I understand what you mean. I understand what you mean. I think that there is some validity to what you're saying, but I also think that, when I think about what comics were like 10 years ago, it felt like a lot of writers were just writing to get to make proof of concept for a film, and that didn't feel good as a reader. I mean, we talked about that on this show all the time. It dried up, but that was a very frustrating period.
I mean, like all the Miller World books.
The Miller World stuff, but there were other writers doing stuff like that too. It felt like everything at the time, and it wasn't books that I didn't like. It was books I liked.
Sure.
Luma with the 5 spot. Just some comic bucks to recoup that Comic Hunters board game I heard about earlier in the show. Definitely want to see how that plays out live. Thank you, Luma. Really appreciate that. We will definitely get it. How we'll play it for you, we'll have to figure out the machinations of.
Yeah.
But It sounds like fun to do.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Kurt Wildship follows up. Also, let's not play. It's hard to make a living on comics, and selling adaptation rights is one of the ways people can make a living. I can't begrudge anyone for that. No,
Yeah.
I think everybody should get their bag.
Agreed.
Definitely. Last Young Renegade on this subject. Thoughts on the Criminal TV series? Yeah, where it at? I want to watch it.
Yeah, I'll have to see it. Yeah, I don't have any thoughts on it because I ain't seen it.
Are you excited for that prospect though?
Yeah, I think Brubaker works for TV. He's done plenty of TV before.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what he can do there.
If there is any comic book writer whose adaptation I'm going to trust, it's Ed Brubaker.
Yep.
He's not doing it if it's not right. He doesn't have to. Brian K. Vaughan doesn't either. That's why I respect him so much for his take on Saga.
Is there any kind
Yeah.
of indie book you'd like to see adapted into?
It's a good question. What do you think, Marco?
My mind first went to Four Kids Walk Into a Bank. That's a fun story,
I think
good
that
twist.
was optioned.
I believe it was, yeah, but I probably one of those things that also got caught up in, limbo and whatnot. But that's one that always like comes to mind because I feel like it's so attainable.
Yeah, it's going to be a movie.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it has a Liam Neeson cast in it.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, it has a
What?
whole cast of actors
That's bugged
and a
out.
director. It's supposed to be coming out next year.
No way. Are you serious?
Yeah, Amazon MGM Studios. So it might be one of those things that goes on like Prime or something. And filming,
Wow.
they already filming was last year, so in Ireland. So it looks like that's
Oh,
legit
okay.
coming out. Yeah.
What?
Nice. There you go.
Holy shit.
I would love to see Grommets as a TV show.
Grommets. That's a very easily done thing.
Yeah.
And I think it could be in vogue right now because a lot of those people who would love that type of thing, TV watchers. So I would love that. For me, there's only ever one answer to this question, and that's Lazarus, because Lazarus is the best comic. So the best comic should have an adaptation. Um, Lazarus feels like it would fit perfectly on HBO. They love their Westworld type shows, even though they treated that show like shit at the end. But I definitely think that if Lazarus were given the proper rope and the proper creative team, it's a no-brainer.
Order of Dylan says Alex plus Ada. That'd be
Oh,
so good.
I love
And
that so much.
and you can probably correct some of the like volume 3 stuff, which kind of, diverted a bit. That'd be cool.
Hell to the yeah. Hell yeah.
Lazarus was purchased by Amazon Studios, but that was way back in 2017.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
And I feel like a lot of Lazarus's steam is gone, so I don't know like how long it's gonna take, but I hope we get it. I hope we get it. Hayden's Hideout says not Kaya. Kaya would be awesome, but Kaya I feel like would work better as an animated show.
Yes.
I don't think Kaya needs to be live action. It's got so many non-humans in it. And the primary characters are children. Not that you couldn't cast great kid actors, but I just think it would work better as animated. Like an all ages animated type thing. Shu Patel shouts out Bitch Planet. That could be
Oh,
good.
that'd be fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn, I haven't thought of that book in a while.
Mhm. Damon Watson shouts out They Choose Violence and Flawed. They Choose Violence would be an awesome one. I was thinking about you know what movie I was thinking about, bro? What's the movie with Queen Latifah where it's her Set It Off? I think it's called Set It Off, where it's her and two other girls and they rob banks together and shit. I was thinking about Set It Off while I was reading
Yes.
They Choose Violence. I think that would be a perfect type of movie. Yeah, for sure.
They Choose Violence. Is that Brisson?
No, They Choose Violence is the book that I've been shouting out on Pal's previews, where it's these women, these black women who are just tired of, black people being killed, so they just go out and start killing white people.
Oh yes. Okay. The
AWA,
cover
right?
just, yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cover just brought me back.
Yeah, it's a crazy concept, but I'm actually enjoying the book so far. Last Young Renegade says, yes, Sean, I need Lazarus. I've been going through a reread and it's gripping, exciting, and absolutely terrifying at the same time. Hell yes.
Oh, what's that one? Fucking Kieran Gillen. Not Power Fantasy, but the
Die?
music one. No, the music
Oh,
one.
Oh,
oh,
yeah, yeah.
Wicked and
What's
Divine.
yeah. Wait, is
oh.
that the? I thought you were talking about Phonogram.
Yeah, I thought you were talking phonogram too.
Oh no, well,
They're,
Wictive.
they're both musically inclined. Yeah, Wick Div.
Yeah,
I think Wick Div missed its chance.
yeah.
You think so?
I think so. That Wick Div would have done numbers in the Tumblr era, like when it was in a comic.
Yeah.
That's one of the problems, though. I feel like with the comic to film slash television pipeline is it doesn't happen fast. Hollywood moves slow as fuck. Deadly Class getting off the ground, I was shocked by. And I mean, quite frankly, I think it needed more time to cook.
Mm.
Um, but that got off the ground within a decade, less than a decade. So Ted H with the 10 spot, just saying drink.
Well, we'll see. Should I spin it?
Yeah,
One
spin it. I was just
one
gonna
more.
drink because I'm thirsty, but yeah, straight light. I agree. The fact that you can't watch Westworld at HBO is really crazy.
Revelation. Do we have those listed? Do we still have some more?
We do. We do. Just need a poll to see which pal the chat wants a revelation from, I think.
Pull that up real quick.
Yeah. Um Rodney Bar- Rodney Barnes just dropped Crownsville. I bought it and look forward to reading it. Says Damon, I haven't heard of that. I got to get on Rodney Barnes. I don't know. Like, I haven't read anything by Rodney Barnes really, except like I think he did a Winter Soldier thing or something like that. Um,
Are you getting confused with Bucky Barnes?
maybe. I know I've read something from Rodney Barnes. I just cannot think of what it is right now. Polls up, guys. Who do you want to hear a revelation from? Vote your heart, and we will deliver that.
Super Drop with a good shout out. I think Once in Future would be Gillen book Hollywood would jump on. I love that book.
Do you agree with that take, though?
It's big. It's like a Percy Jackson level type of shit. So maybe, but that's more like prestige Game of Thrones like series really than any one and done movie.
Yeah. Clayton, Power Fantasy is awesome, dude. We love the Power Fantasy. It's just, unfortunately, it's not a sexy book. And I find that when we don't have sexy books, and I don't mean sexy like hot women in it, I mean sexy like, a book that everyone's talking about. We don't do that. I can see the live viewership. I know what you guys want to hear us talk about, even if you think that we want that you, even if you think that what you guys want is something, I can see the reality and I know it's something else. Unfortunately. Um, Kurt Wildshut says, I daydream about a world where America has a comics to animation pipeline like Japan does.
That would be rad. That's exactly what we need.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna close this poll up because it's Marco. They want to hear from you, dude.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So I thought of one. I have been rereading Bionicle comics because they are some of the first comics that I ever read. They used to be published by DC, like inserts into Lego magazine. One convention many years ago, I bumped into an artist called Stuart Sager, and we just kind of got to chit chatting, and I forgot how we got into the conversation. I think he had a Bionicle print or something. I'm like, that looks rad. He's like, yeah, I used to do the art for that series. I'm like, wait, the Bionicle comics that DC used to publish that were the inserts into like he's like, wait, yeah, you used to read those? I'm like, dude, that was my first introduction, one of my first introductions to the comic book reading experience. And so I shook his hand. I still have his email. I think I don't remember the last time I reached out to him actually, but yeah, I bumped into the at a convention randomly to the artist that helped me get into comics, period. So that was really cool. Go check his art, Stuart Sager. I'm gonna put the link to his website in the chat. Highly recommend. He's a really good artist. So if you want to get something from him, please do.
I remember that day very well
Yeah.
because I remember how excited you were, and I was like, "They're fucking Bionicle comics. What is going
Yeah,
on?"
bro. Like, this is the guy. This is the guy.
That's what I love about nerd shit so much. Like Marco's having an experience where it's like, "Yo, you changed my life. You introduced me to comics. I love you." And I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" Like two completely different reactions.
Yeah, last year in Renegade makes sense. Marco's a Bionicle head. Yeah, dude. I used to have shelves where I had every single set. I would get all the sets, all the masks, all the sub masks. Like I was deep in the lore on the website. They built out a language that, like I memorized the alphabet so that I could read out
Wow.
different things. Like I
Your
was
mom,
deep.
your
Beast.
mom must have taken a lot of Tylenol when she had you. Jeez.
Wait, what?
Never mind. Never mind.
Damn, dude. And you know what? That was where all of my Christmas and birthday money went into every year.
Bionicles.
Bionicles,
I
dude.
only had one. I bought one with like some money I made as a kid, like in high school. And I was like, oh, these are cool, but I never really had Lego growing up.
Mm.
What I see someone mention Rom V. What Rom V book do you think would make for a good adaptation?
Rare flavors.
Oh,
That would be
yes.
that would be different.
I just read that one. I finished it. Very good.
One Hand Six Fingers feels like a movie we could have gotten in the 90s. Like it reminds me a lot of Dark City, which I love. It feels like it could easily be a movie that goes to streaming. Um or I guess it could be a show as well, but like I could see that being very easily translatable.
I was also thinking Many Deaths of Lila Starr.
I never
Sure.
read that one.
Oh, very good too.
Ooh, Dawn Runner. That's a good shout out, Super Chop.
Yeah. It's just that would be expensive because you
Yeah, it
got
would.
kaijus and robots.
Oh, see, I was thinking like like an anime kind of thing.
Mm.
Like,
Oh yeah. Yeah, that would work
Honestly,
way
with
better.
Evan Kagel art
yep,
He could be
influenced,
involved in that.
Oh,
very
Yeah,
Aeon Flux style looking,
yep. Some
like
Gundam ass shit.
MTV animation stuff. Yeah.
that would be crazy. Jose says Dawn Runner is a must, but we're living in a post Pacific Rim 2 world. Fair.
Yeah.
Fair,
Oh,
fair, fair.
Patel, D Savage Shores would be great. Yeah, I agree.
I never read that.
That's a great one. That's what he kind of made his mark on that one.
Mm. We owe one more wheel spin. Did we reach the goal?
We got one more.
No, we have one more.
Okay, one more and we get to play the game.
One more. Does Marco have another minute in him?
Huh.
Let's redo it because we already did that.
All right. Okay.
Okay, it's still Marco's minute. Let's.
That's
Damn.
crazy.
The wheel demands what the wheel demands.
Oh, Stuart Sager had a variant cover for Batman 158 with Loeb and Lee. Look at that.
Wow.
Highlight a book.
Sick. Need a poll, and then one of us will highlight a book for you all.
Well, actually, could I just do
Yes.
Rare Flavors? I
Yeah.
literally just finished reading it. Um, that was a very, I thought, sentimental story. It is Ram V, Felipe Andrade, and it's a book about a demon that becomes this like food connoisseur as inspired by Anthony Bourdain and kind of goes on this tasting tour across India. And so the cross section of mythology is always so prevalent in Ram V's works, and the way that he interacts therein thoughtfully about food as well is something I haven't seen from him as a writer. Like the mythology and all that kind of stuff, 100%, right? The action of it, yeah, but the food and the way that he's able to write about it and the way he's able to think about it was really interesting to see. And I very much found myself latching on to the character. um for anybody who hasn't read it, the it looks like almost like crayon watercolor as well from Felipe. So I highly recommend the book. If you can find it, it's a quick 6 issues. So it's not at all hard to get through, and I think it's enjoyable all the way through. Um, if yeah, if you have the chance, definitely go pick it up. The main character Ruben is a Anthony Bourdain stand-in, and it seems like that affected Rom in a way that he needed to write this, and so it is also very reactionary in that way. Real cool, real cool.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. Straylight, if you have a question for when we interview Josh, which, by the way, for those of you who may have missed the announcement, we will be interviewing Joshua Williamson this Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Questions are tough sometimes during those interviews. We always prioritize questions that we get from Discord and questions that come in through Super Chats. Joshua Williamson is a chatty brother, which I love. And so are we. So it will be a full-fledged convo. If you want your voice to be heard, those are the two easiest ways to make that happen.
Just shared the Discord link if you want to join in as well.
Yes, we need more people to hang out with us. You guys may not believe this, right? Because, I don't know. But we've got like 400, nearly 450 people on our Discord server, which is not a crazy number, but for an audience of our size, I think that's pretty decent. So a lot of our listeners, a lot of our friends are on there. So come hang out with us. It's fun. Amin Perez giving us that €10, which gets us across the hump. So we will get to play the GOAT game today. Thank you so much, Amin. Bionicle is peak. I remember watching The Mask of Light as a kid like 20 times. Also, game time. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. That movie was rad. Yeah, big ups to Bionicle. All the love.
I used to like Bionicles a little bit. I had some of the toys, but I didn't really get into it. What was that movie about?
The it was like, the way I took it was like, imagine like the White Ranger, kind of like was unlocked and now is trying to come in and take over the direction of the, like, what the Toa should be doing, the group, what they should be doing in order to defeat the evil Makuta, and like save, Mata Nui. Damn, that shit just
What are you
that
saying?
bro, that shit just dug its way out of the back of my skull.
I feel like you farted out your ass and it traveled up your back. One of those bubble farts,
Yeah.
Those are my favorite. Dude, you ever have to shit so bad
Oh God.
that like
Oh,
it
God.
crawls up your back and then you could feel like, yo, why am I walking like this? Like
Wait, like
there's
you shitted yourself and it
no, like it's just like
got a
it's
blowout?
like it goes back up, and you can feel it. It's like weight, like right on the small of your back,
No,
Mark,
I
where you
just go
been
to the
there, right?
bathroom.
You hit that benign, like it just
Little
sits.
gassy,
Yeah, bro.
Jesus Christ. Oh,
Yep.
Ass is
vile.
heavy.
Ass is
Yeah.
heavy.
Oh, come on, Tyler. I know
I'm a-
you
I'm
felt
a-
that dumpy.
No,
I know you
I'm
have.
a free shitter, man.
You shit at will?
Yeah, wherever.
So you never been somewhere and you just couldn't do it and it was in the chamber and
Only at
it's
like a girl's apartment who I'm unfamiliar with.
right.
Anywhere
So
else.
if you were at my house right now and you had to shit, you would shit?
I have shat at your house.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go.
I remember. Okay, this is a weird anecdote. During COVID, I was doing a lot of when I was doing IT. I was doing a lot of IT for really rich people's lower Westchester mansions because they were all leaving the city and they needed to get their network set up at home. And I was getting so much class rage just being involved with like just COVID, and these guys are just like treating me like shit, as I'm like risking my health to go out and do this for them. And the only thing I could do to like fight back was blow up their bathrooms, man. Every
No.
mansion I went to, I would just demolish the toilet. I almost did an upper decker at one of them.
What?
You know what an upper decker is?
I'm gonna have to Google it now.
It's when they have the toilet with the reservoir up top. Is where you shit in there instead.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
So every subsequent flush, this is a shit flush.
No.
I was real angry back then. COVID was rough.
Oh my god, man, that's funny.
Yo. I like super drop on this one. This kind of talk makes me disgruntled.
Yeah, okay. But then he follows it up by saying Bendis is shitting.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry,
we
guys.
lost the chat on this one. We lost
I
the
don't
chat on
know
this one.
why this happens. I don't know what it is. We'll stop. We'll stop.
It was class warfare. You're right. Yeah, Praxis. Agreed.
Holy shit. All right. So we will get to play the GOAT game. So let me thank the rest of our. Oh no. Oh, we still have a fucking. Oh,
Yeah, we got one more thing.
I was about to say, I'm like, wait, did we forget that?
Do we want to do that?
It's a big topic, so maybe we can.
I think we can save it.
Yeah, we can save it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we can save it. Yeah. So let me. I have to do this because I'm gonna get in the chat. I can't. We're not gonna be able to stop talking about that if I read the chat. All right. So thank you to Amin the Almighty Perez, Houston the Century Kid Murphy, Peter Living Lightning Electrics, Young Dende, Faye Fighter Dewooty, Shalom Paladin Warburg, Cosmic November, Carter the Owl Shogunate, my man, Steve Swarm Canara, Scripture, the Wardens of the Word, Jack of Some Trades, Cloutier, Chris the Cure, Coleman, Emperor, MD, Johnny, Joel Justice, and joining the Palsverse with an official origin coming from Mr. Marco himself is Mad Max Pliskin.
Mad Max. Today was the day Max was sure he'd gone mad. There had been signs the past few weeks already of unbelievable things, but today absurdity collided with a grim reality. Earlier this month, for example, he heard a walking, talking hound had saved people from a burning building. Last Thursday on the TV, he'd seen a star-crossed woman fight back a horde of alien invaders. And just yesterday, a real powerhouse of a man lifted a cruise ship from a sand barge like he was a tugboat. Around the world, things were happening that shouldn't be happening. This had taken Max to his breaking point. Was he safe at home? Who's to say a madman wouldn't decide to target his neighborhood? What would happen if a superpowered fight wiped out a city? We weren't even alone anymore. Of course, he hadn't yet seen any of it himself. It only felt like Max's world was falling apart, and Earth's fragility was being exposed. This morning, however, he was awoken by screams outside his window. Looking out, people were running away from something in the distance. As he looked up and over, a Cthulhu-esque being towered over not only the city, but as far as the horizon could be seen. Upon gazing at the figure, a piercing voice screamed into his mind something about blood, torture, and an undying soul. This chewed up and spit out whatever bit of psyche Max had left. His heart wanted to scream from terror, but his body could only laugh. The tears on his face were salty. Then, as his reality split in two, so too did reality. The cursing in his mind suddenly quieted. Focusing his gaze, he could see in equal parts down the middle, the fiend had been rendered. That couldn't be real, he thought. There's no way that could have actually happened. And so it was as he said. In a blink, there was no way that could have actually happened. Birds started to chirp out his window. Citizens were busied with their errands again, and Max sat down on the floor trying to make sense of what had happened. Or what had just happened, if it had even happened. Today was the day Max was sure he'd gone mad. Thank you so much, Max.
Huh. Interesting.
Did it happen?
Precog?
Precog or reality bending?
Oh,
Okay, shit. Okay. All right, Mad Max, I see you.
okay.
Thank you so much, Max, for joining the Palsverse. If you guys listening would like an origin story and a shout out of your own on the show, the only way to do that is to become a patron. If you join the Palsverse tier or better, that will get you on the list and we will make it happen for you. Thank you to everybody who has done that. We are coming up on the holiday season, so if you want to share some holiday love with your pals, that would be the best way to do it. All right, let's play the Go game. Let's do it.
Let's
Game. Is the
do
goat
it.
satanic? It's not.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Shoo, but stop.
Please no. I'll that'll be my 13th reason, dude.
All right.
Okay.
Who's doing it? Me and Sean.
Oh,
Fun.
You're saved, Marco.
That's
And
a book.
the character.
I got the timer.
Who's it gonna be?
Beta
Someone.
Ray Bill.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay.
Wow. All right. All right. I'll go first.
Sure.
Okay.
1 second. Let me get the
Yeah.
let me get the time, and then let me just put the.
Course.
Actually, I'll get the time, and then I'll put the poll. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Whenever you start.
Beta Ray Bill is a fucking horse with a hammer. That is extremely cool. Like I don't even know what else I really need to say. Beta Ray Bill has a hammer, okay? He is the only person that I accept as another wielder of Thor's hammer other than Thor. And to tell you how awesome Beta Ray Bill is, Thor himself has allowed Beta Ray Bill to use his hammer. He sees Beta Ray Bill as worthy. Beta Ray Bill is worthy. Worthiness is not something you can find a lot in the Marvel comic space, but Beta Ray Bill is one of them. And I must mention the absolutely stellar Daniel Warren Johnson Beta Ray Bill mini, which everyone should read. One of the best books out in the last decade. Well worth your time. What more do I need to say? He's the best.
Time.
All right. Let me know when you're ready for me.
When you start, Tyler.
Beta Ray Bill is the quintessential greatest of all time comic book character because he kind of encapsulates a whole bunch of what makes comics great. He is a legacy of the mighty Thor, one of the founding Avengers, and somehow even maybe supplanted Thor in some roles as well. He is an alien from another world who's come to Earth to help humanity, finding what makes humanity important, and realizing that they're to be protected and being a hero for them. And also, he's just rad as hell. You know, he is kind of a horse-like creature. That is an alien race that is he's just buff and can use his hammer in ways that Thor never even used it. And honestly, one of the best designs in comics. The horse head, the weird teeth. Oh, I ended on teeth.
Time. All right. The poll is up. It is your vote. Who convinced you better that Beta Ray Bill is the GOAT? Was
Neither.
it Sean, Tyler, or neither?
Oh God, Marco.
No super job. No. He said Sean with the Jane Foster Thor disc. Not at all, dude. I love Jane Foster's Thor. Not at all. I just think Beta Ray Bill is the shit. It's the GOAT game, brother. What you think I'm gonna say? He
Jane
cool,
Foster's
but I
on
like
it, man.
Jane more. While we wait, I guess we can. I don't know how to answer this question. David Watson, hey pals, if the current political news of the past few days was an actual script, what writer do you think would have written it, and what label would that title have been under? I don't know.
Which part of the news? The one where Putin has photos of Trump giving Bill Clinton a blowjob?
I was gonna say I don't even know what you're talking about. What happened the last few days? I don't even
Anything could
know.
happened.
Do you
This
know about
isn't
that?
even the podcast for that. I haven't been paying attention.
You don't know about the Trump being the throat goat?
Oh, wait, what? Oh, I thought you were kidding.
Oh, I did. That he gave Bubba a BJ,
Yeah,
Bubba Bill.
Billy Clinton. Yeah,
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
they're saying it's the best blowjob.
It could be. Listen, it's got to be someone. It's got to be someone. Mike Hank, yes, we did because I don't want to offend anybody. He says we just blew past the shitty toilet bowls. We did that
Yeah.
bit. We did it.
Yeah.
we hit our quota.
Yeah. There's only so much. There's only so much shit talk you guys can take. Oh my goodness. Kyle says, isn't Bill only a horse in his Thor form? I just read the Secret Invasion issue, and his normal form looked like a human-esque mannequin.
I mean, yes and no, because there is a race of alien that he's part of.
Right.
What are they? Centaurians, I think, or
That probably makes sense.
yeah, I forget the name.
Corbinites.
Corbinites. Yes.
Kuitsu says, blew that big, beautiful Bubba Bill, broke his back, made him humble.
Hey yo.
That is a reference to the immortal Iron Sheik, who would have said, blew that beautiful Bubba Bill, broke his back, made him humble. That's what he would have said.
Called him a
if he were
jabroni
still
somewhere in there
alive.
too.
He would have called him a jabroni. Yeah. That jabroni Donald Trump. I fuck his ass.
Maybe
I make him humble.
Yeah.
All right, I'm closing this poll out. We got to get out of here. We're having too much fun. We're about to get in trouble on this fucking podcast. So apparently I won.
Wow.
Sean 55%, Tyler 22%, neither 23%.
I'm going first next time.
Fair enough. I was just hot out the gate. Like, wait, he's a fucking horse with a hammer? That's sick. Oh, man. So we've had a bunch of fun today. You guys have been amazing. This is one of my favorite episodes that we've done. So I hope you guys had a good time as well. Monday, join us because that's Pals Previews. It drops at 1 p.m. every Monday. Wednesday, we are going to be joined by Joshua Williamson, the man right now. That's going to be at 6 p.m. So come hang out with us for that. Then Thursday, 8 p.m., it's Pals Polls. And before you know it, we're right back here with the main show at 10 a.m., 10:15 a.m. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. It's been a pleasure.